Okay, good. So we're live, and we're playing some BX Dungeons and Dragons. This is Under Black Sun. This is actually kind of a spin-off from a campaign that ended due to some I think a double TPK. So not to scare you guys, but essentially the heroes were trying to collect these 9 artifacts to stop or to please the gods, so that the sun would not burn out. So that didn't happen, and you're kind of living in a world where the sun is kind of blinking in and out. It's a giant red sun that is getting, it's fading more and more. And some days you can see it in the sky, like today, but it's more of a big purple bruise. It's almost like a perpetual darkness. And while some sages had thought that the world would become a giant ice cube when the sun stopped shining, this is not what has happened. Near the in the north, the ice has crept down in large glaciers, but interestingly enough, in the south, it's actually getting hotter, and a lot of people have migrated to the south, creating a lot of chaos and warring. So most people that aren't wanting to get involved with these wars are kind of off in these less hospitable places to stay out of the action. And that's where we find our characters today. You guys are at the edge of what's known as Fever Swamp, which, by the way, is a module. So I'm using this is by Luke Gearing, and picked this up on Kickstarter a little while ago. We're not going to run the module exactly, but I'm getting some of the stuff from this. It's a really good module. If anybody's watching and wants to pick up something that's in the swamp. So you're basically in the city of Clink. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Which is a city by the means that there's about 10 buildings here on stilts, and kind of a traveler's inn, which is not so much on stilts, but kind of on floaty, almost like a giant raft, where you guys are sitting now, and raised up in a large pile of stone is the fire, as you guys are gathered around for drinking to pass the time. The bugs are biting, and once again, people start talking of the story of these heroes that people weren't even sure if this even really happened. Rumors started to spread that there were these heroes and the world was going to be saved, and then it wasn't. So it's kind of told as a fairy tale now. And as you're kind of sitting there listening again, the story ends, and very, very, very old human, she laughs and she says, "That's not what happened at all. Yes, the queen of the ogres did kill the heroes, but she did not ascend with the gods. She came here to the swamp, to seek out everlasting life from the one who never lived, and her body and the artifacts are sunken in the swamp." And some of the people that are there kind of like brush off. They seem like they've heard this story before, and they're not really having it from her. And the innkeeper says, "Old lady, if you're not buying something, move along." So the camera kind of pans over to kind of a table here, where we see our 2 adventurers together. You guys can do like a little intro, tell them to your character, and maybe how you want to react, if at all, to what's going on. So I'll start with Young to give us a little intro to your character, and if you want to react to this.
You see a burly, barrel-chested and bearded elf wearing a green tunic and a floppy pointed hat in leather armor. He's equipped with a medium shield, a bow, and a quiver full of arrows slung across his back. He has an elaborate longsword securely sheathed in its scabbard. The elf wears a pair of worn leather boots. On his left boot is strapped a holstered dagger. He's very muscular. The muscular elf is clad in green, and he's chomping down on a cigar, and he's leaning against the table. He looks at you and says with a scowl, "This ain't gonna be a walk in the park, bub. Know what I'm saying? This bag of armor ain't too easy to carry around. But you there, woman, what were you saying about these artifacts? You're saying that the heroes failed, but they brought this ogress brought the artifacts over here to this swamp?"
That's right. They did fail. She was quite powerful and tricked them with her worshippers or cultists.
But
But she sought more than just the power of the artifacts.
whatever happened to her? Did she die?
I believe so. She went into the swamp in search of immortality.
Huh. Well, if there's a chance that we can go there and get these artifacts, is there a chance that we could bring back the sun?
That I do not know.
Well, this elf ain't gonna just sit around and do nothing. And he leans back and looks at your character.
So, Dan, give us a little intro of your character, and if you want to react to this old lady.
Compared to the burly, bearded, smoking elf, this guy, it's evident that he's come down from the north. He's very long beard, tattered furs that he's wearing. Pretty small in stature, but kind of with a paunch. Not too slender by any means. Youngish, but he definitely looks like he spent most of his life outside. Lined skin, scraggly hair, and with the elf talking about this ogress and the artifacts, his eyes pretty much roll out of his head. He said, well, she may have been looking for eternal life, and you can bring back the sun if you want, but you say there's powerful artifacts in the swamp. Once we get our hands on those, or even a few pieces of gold, we'll see what we can do. The sun can take care of itself. Once we see what's out in the swamp, then we'll make our decision what to do here.
Hey, bub, do you know what color I'm wearing right now?
Now, what color is that?
It's green, my friend. But if I go outside in the sun, do you know what color it turns?
I hope it's not yellow. That's all I care about.
No, it turns all dark and you can't really see what color I'm wearing. I'm wearing green, for God's sakes. I want to go out there and be able to be seen as an elf wearing green. You know what I'm saying? I want the sun back.
Well, I hope you live to see it.
Well, what do you say? You're mindful of going down there, and I'm mindful of going down there. Why don't we just team up together and look for this artifact?
Yeah, absolutely. Down here in the south, all the people that I used to know up in the north are either here or they're dead. So let's go find whatever's out there, and hopefully we can get to some real city and not this little shitty burg on the edge of this stinking swamp.
You got a name, bub?
Yeah. Call me Carl.
Good to meet you, Carl. My name is Lunk. Lunk Zeldor.
It's a pleasure, Lunk.
So the old lady looks at you. She says, you'll need to travel through the swamp. 6 days to the west, and 1 day to the south. You'll find the ruins of an old temple. There she sank below the ground in search of the artifacts and never returned. The guardian, which she sought, the guardian of eternal life, is hidden behind the blaze of burning light.
You getting all this?
Blaze of burning light. Sounds like exactly what you want, Green Man. I'm ready whenever you are.
Well, we better write this down because I don't want to be in a situation where I go down there and I forget these details.
6 days west, 1 day south.
You're
Hopefully the ogress is sorted out. Not,
but
well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
But lady, I got some question for you. How many people went down there looking for these artifacts?
She was alone when she finally got there.
Well, that's a long time ago, ain't it?
Some 3 years.
Ever since then, has there been any other folks who wanted to look for these artifacts?
So I understand that the innkeeper comes up and he's, "Oh, lady, you need to get out of here if you're not buying something."
Whoa, she's got some good information over here. I'm gonna pay for her. What do you want? You want some meal, some drinks?
Sure you want her to sit with you?
Of course I do.
Okay. All right, that's fine. He goes away. She says, she kind of leans in and she says, "Some people from the village have made a trip out there weeks ago.
Any of them come back?
They seek to bring back a god that does not exist." She kind of looks around. I can't say anymore.
Oh, man. He looks over to the thief. What'd you say your name was again?
It's Carl Lunk, although thief will do for now. That's how I made my money, and that's how most people make their names. So thief it can be if you want. Old lady.
Yes.
There's a lot of gods out there that aren't in existence, never were. People talk about all kinds of things. Why would you talk about a god that doesn't exist?
Keep it down. Keep it down. This village is being converted to worship.
To worship who?
The unknown god of the ocean. But that god's not out there. There's no ocean there. There's just death. And treasure. She laughs.
Well, are you mindful of following us? You want to travel with us?
I'm much too old for these things. You'll need provisions and a boat. So,
you know much about the town, right? Where do we go to find a boat?
Well, you could get a canoe and provisions from Crystal's character. No, from. So she tells you Daniel, which is kind of funny. Daniel, who runs the general store. That's funny that I can remember that name. He is the only one who sells anything worth a damn here.
Are there any men for hire who would help us row into the middle of this swamp? Or it'll just be Lunk and I by ourselves?
I sense a brave warrior who may join your quest. Entering. It's an elf.
Oh, look what we have here. We got another elf.
Yes, great. Another elf.
First, if you want to introduce your characters, you come into this, I guess we'll call it a bar. It's basically a raft with a fire and some people eating.
It's the sand bar we're all sitting on.
Yeah. Winrith Glenfire at your service. Elf by birth. Handsome explorer by trade. And look out for all kinds of magical trinkets and other such devices which can fetch a pretty bit of gold.
It's good to see another elf. There ain't no elf that I've seen that looks ugly. It's all good.
Glenfear would normally be delighted to see another elf, but upon hearing Lunk speak, he's a bit taken back and is not sure he's actually happy to see another elf.
Yo, friend, we're on a quest. We're planning on canoeing down the river for about 6 days and then another 1 day, there's a possibility that we could save the sun. What do you say, bub? You want to come along?
Well, I suppose that I must if it is the sun that needs to be saved. After all, without the sun, we would not be able to live on this planet.
That's right. There ain't no mother-kicking elf that would just sit around watching the sun go down.
More to your point, there are...
prefer the moon, but I get your point.
This old woman speaks of powerful artifacts lost in the swamp, so son or no, a treasure hunter like you should find this an interesting proposition.
I do indeed.
Well, let's go speak to this Daniel at the general store and see what he has to offer.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So like I said, so she makes her way off. She says, I hope to see you again, brave adventurers. And she kind of sits down to eat the food that you bought for her, as you leave. As you head off towards where the general store is, which is pretty obvious because there's only like 12 buildings in the entire town, you see a handful of people kind of gathered around buying stuff. Again, these things everything's raised up on stilts. So he has a few like canoes and rafts and stuff kind of floating around the edge of it. And you're walking like on planks to get out to these, basically the city that's kind of on marshy water. So you kind of get up to the store and, walk up a big guy, Lunk is really big. This guy's also very big, but a human. He's very, it's hot here, and he's just wearing like a very loose shirt, and you can see that he's very scarred and muscled. So he's obviously at some point many fights, though he's got a kind of a pretty kind face, and he looks at you as you come in. And I had heard there was some new people in town. How can I help you?
Well, we aren't looking to stay long. What do you have in terms of watercraft that are suitable for a little jaunt through the swamp?
Well, you could go by raft or canoe. Canoes are much safer. That is a fact.
I say it's wiser to take the canoe than a raft. Well, get us a canoe, will you?
Handmade.
How much is it?
10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces? Oh, man. Are you trying to bilk us? I'm going to offer 6 gold pieces. I pity the fool who doesn't accept my offer.
Well, 6 gold pieces, I could probably get you a raft. Let me see. Okay, here's my reaction check dice out here.
Could Winworth step up here and attempt to charm this guy a little bit?
Anything you want?
So
he doesn't. Before you do anything, he doesn't get like upset at you saying that. He still seems to like he's not going for the 6 gold pieces, but he's not like get the hell out of my store either. He kind of looks at you and he says, "Yeah, I think that's your this is a fine made canoe, and well worth it. And I'll throw in an extra oar, because I got to tell you, when you're out there and you only have 2 oars and then one falls in the water, yeah, it sucks."
Winworth, who has a +1 to his charisma, will step up and say, now, Lunk, is it? Yes. Now, let's not make the man too angry. He is the only one selling canoes around here." And he'll look at the man and he kind of, I'm guessing there's like a table or something, so he'll kind of lean on it a bit and go, "And I'm sure such a fine gentleman as yourself would be an ugly sight to see angry." And he'll kind of give him a small wink. Now, 10 gold pieces, my friend. It is a bit steep for our cause. but 6 is absolutely atrocious. I agree. Let's meet in the middle and call it 8.
Yeah, he says, see, that seems reasonable. 8 gold pieces I can do. And also, the canoe will hold up to 6 people. Keep that in mind, and I'll still throw in the extra oar.
Perfect. That way we can all work.
And he points out, he goes off to the side and kind of points. There's like 3 canoes down there. He says, you can have your pick of them if you like. Anything else to get you ready for your trip?
How about some porters?
Well,
We could use more men to carry our stuff. What do you say, bub?
Well, as it turns out, there were a couple of young men in town the other day looking for work. They might be available to you. I believe that they were staying over at sleeping basically at the tavern at night.
Lunk leans over to him and says, how much do you think it's going to cost me to hire these guys?
Oh, they were merely boys. They'd probably work for a few coppers and food at this point. They were begging when I saw them.
I see. That's all good then. I'm ready.
Yes, well, personally, I've just arrived in town, had my last ration yesterday. Is there a place around here I would be able to fetch about a week's worth of rations?
Absolutely. I can help you with that. Would you like standard rations or iron rations?
Well, you make both sound so delectable. Which would you prefer, or which would you say I should get?
If you're going to be in the swamp, well, as it appears you're going to be, and you do not have sealed containers to carry them in, I prefer the iron rations. The standard rations will go bad after a few days without proper carrying.
You do make a good point. How much would a week's worth of iron rations cost me?
Let's see. I don't know what anything costs. It's like the regular cost. Let's see. Rations. Iron. 1 15. Yeah, so he says, since you're taking the canoe, 13 gold.
Whew. That is a bit steep, but very well. That will do.
Okay. Does anybody else need any food or sundries?
There ain't no way I'm going to let this elf have all the iron rations. I'm going to get me some too. And then he forks over 13 gold pieces.
Okay. Yeah. Gives you your iron rations.
Yeah, on my sheet there are rations 5. Are those standard or?
We'll say they're iron rations. It's fine.
Okay. Then I won't. I'll keep my money in my purse then.
Yeah, so it's 5 days worth, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In fact, give me another one. I'm going to take another.
You're going to take 2 weeks worth of rations?
Yeah, he's going to take 2.
All right.
Oh, okay. So our trip is 7 days minimum.
Are you paying for the canoe as well, then, Lunk?
No, we're gonna be splitting, ain't we? I'm gonna put down 3 gold. What about you?
You're the one who upset this man. Initially.
Come on, be reasonable.
Had it not been for my tactical wordplay, we would probably be walking down the river.
You have a good point there. As a fellow elf, I'd say you make a good point. How much was the whole canoe? Was it 8 or 8 gold? 8 gold pieces. Yeah. All right, then. I'm gonna put down 4 gold pieces. You guys can split between you two.
I'll put down. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put down. If we got For more to go, I'll put down 2. And let's see, Werenth can put the other 2 for the canoe, and then we'll get our rations. I think I would like to purchase another iron rations for myself, which is, I think, for a week.
Yeah, so it's 7 days.
Okay. Yeah, so another 7 days. I have rations now for 5 days, so I'll put down. I'll mark off 17 total, 2 for the boat, and 15 for rations for myself.
And now I'll go ahead and put down 2 gold as well for the raft. I mean canoe. Ow! My cat bit me.
Fighting an elf.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can do that, and
Okay, so I'm at 30s.
What about the fishing rod and tackle? You selling those
yeah,
too?
you want to get stuff to fish. You can do that. 2 gold pieces. Get your fishing pole.
You're charging too much, my man. We got the canoe. We got the iron rations. We got like 3, 4. I don't know how much we bought. We're just making you very rich. But he gets it. He forks over 2 gold pieces.
I'll tell you, you teach a man to fish, then he knows how to fish. Don't catch any crocodiles, though. They're very dangerous.
That ain't sounding too good. But I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, he pretty much has all the standard stuff. So if there's anything else you want to buy, you can get a fishing rod. That's good. That'll allow you to obviously fish while you're going. You guys got rations. You got the canoe. Yeah, if there's anything else you need, let them know. Let me know.
I don't know what else we need. I'm just ready to get on after it.
You guys got some ropes, torches.
I have rope. You're an elf. Why would you need torches?
I have torches for my pitiful human eyes.
That's why I was asking this fella. I ain't gonna need no torch. I'm an elf.
Well, Lunk, maybe you can carry me through the darkness, but if you should falter, I have torches. He just smirks at you.
You see this barrel chest of mine? He punches himself. I can carry a lot, but I'm only 5'2". He's really he's a very compact but a strong elf.
He's like a Keebler elf.
Nice. Cool. All right, yeah. So, and if you did want to go back to the tavern to look for those boys, they are there. You can kind of tell now. They weren't there when you were there earlier, but they've since kind of you can see them like hanging out near tables trying to beg from people for food. You see like a couple of there look like maybe 14, 15-year-old boys.
Lunk goes up to the strongest looking one out of them.
Okay.
And says, "Hey, you there, fella. You looking for money and some food?"
Yes. But I would work for it. I'm not trying to. He's looking at your weapons and stuff. I'm not trying to steal. I'm not a thief. Me and my brother here, we're just trying to. We have to live, and it's hard to find work.
Well, you're in luck, because Lunk here, that's my name. I'm thinking of hiring a couple of folks here. We're going down the river. It's going to be about 6 days, 7 days. Return trip's going to take us about 2 weeks or so. It ain't going to be easy, and you're going to be forced to fish, to eat. I'm going to give you some food, but not all of it.
Yeah, I'm good at fishing.
All right, then.
I fish all the time.
How much are you asking?
I'll
I'll tell you what. I'll offer 2 gold pieces for the whole trip.
Each?
Yeah.
Oh, he immediately takes that. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, fantastic.
All right. It's going to be dangerous, but I don't want you to risk yourself. But, just carry our stuff and follow us and do what we tell you to do.
Yes, sir. He tries to, and
Well, then, let's get ready.
so that's Peter and Paul.
Okay.
Remember, you work for me now, not these two, because I was the one who paid you.
Yeah, we've never worked for an elf before. Are you magical?
All elves are magical. Don't be too foolish.
Hey, oh, never mind. I'll save it for later. No, fuck it. It's going to be a few days before we get there, so I know I'll rest again before we do. What class is Daniel?
I am a thief.
All right. So I'm gonna pull you off to the side while Lunk is talking to these guys, and I'm gonna say, um, now, now listen here. What's your name?
Call me Carl.
Carl. You look like the resourceful type, the kind that can sneak around really well. Well, I happen to have a particular spell that could be quite useful. It can render you completely undetectable to any sight.
Go on.
So I feel that if I were to use this spell on you, you would be able to do things like scout ahead for us and keep us just keep at a good distance so that you can find enemies, things like that, before they get to us. So long as you don't attack anyone, it'll last indefinitely.
Well, thank you. That sounds like truly a worthy gift. Maybe if we're searching forward for enemies, we can make one of these boys invisible and have them walk through the swamp, see where the alligators are hiding, you understand?
Oh, yes, of course. Now, there is a slight catch to this spell. If you're going to steal anyone's stuff, don't steal mine. Steal Lunk's.
Hey, I'm a professional.
That's a repayment for... Yes, we all are. But that we can just consider that repayment for me bestowing my blessings upon you.
Like so many elves I've met, you are the soul of gratiosity.
Okay. So with that said, I'm gonna start up my spells. And rather than cast invisibility, I'm gonna first cast Charm Person.
Okay.
So make a saving throw.
Yes, you'll have to make a saving throw against the Charm Person spell.
Let me see here.
D20.
20.
Equal to or over.
And... okay. So I have my saving throws here.
Spell versus spell, it's called.
Yep. D20. Roll. Oh, I rolled a 16, which is... This is a spell, so my spell save is 13.
Yep.
Okay, so you pass. All right. Now, does he know that I tried to cast Charm Person, or he wouldn't know that, right?
Well, let's take a look here.
How smart are you? What's your
Not only am I smart enough to be a 5th level adventurer, but my intelligence is 13, so I actually have a bonus to intelligence.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance that you know that a spell was being cast upon you that wasn't a friendly spell, so you like pushed it off. I mean, that's how saving throws are. So yeah, you don't know that it was necessarily Charm Person, but you know that you're not invisible and that it wasn't what you thought it would be. We'll say that.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting him to cast invisibility on me immediately, but let's see. Okay, so it doesn't go into all the components, things like that. So, all right, maybe I noticed that there was an unfriendly magical energy trying to affect me. I just stare directly into Wirant's eyes. I just sneer and spit on the ground. And say, elves.
Oops,
Spare
sorry.
me. We'll go into the forest.
That it must have went off incorrectly or something. I'll try it again. I'll try it again a little later.
Listen, Elf, you and Lunk and I are going into the unfriendly jungle with these two boys who are too stupid to get out of begging on the streets. So let's take it one step at a time. I'm not going to steal your stuff out of professional courtesy. And I would expect that you would keep your elfish magic off of me as well.
So you don't want to be invisible?
Like I said, you can keep it to yourself.
Okay, I apologize. Like I said, magic, it doesn't always go as expected. Yeah, kind of like shooting an arrow. Sometimes it doesn't hit precisely where you mean for it to.
My arrows don't miss. I just turn away and go check out the canoe.
Cool. Well, let me see if.
I'd say Scott's not too late.
No, he's not too late. I didn't want to interrupt you in the middle of the.
Oh, that's good. I just saw his.
Well, I'm right there. Nope. That's actually the perfect time.
I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something real quick.
He's getting in after we already shelled out gold for the
That's
help in the boat.
It's like ideal time.
Yep. You buy us a tent.
Yeah, it's like he was waiting probably. He was like, all right, I'm gonna wait until they spend all their money. All right. Yeah, so hopefully I just send that thing. All right, so hopefully he'll jump in and we'll get a little character intro for him and then we'll be on our way. That was actually pretty good. So now this back up.
It turns out Peter is actually a 5th level adventurer.
He wasn't. You're gonna have to do that if it was.
Lug turns over to the boys and says, "Here, guys, this is my armor. This is a plate armor, so it's quite heavy. So better use both of your backs to carry them. You got that?
Yeah, well played.
Yeah, they can put it on the boat. It's fine. The canoe holds it. Okay, so Scott's here. If you want, they're basically maybe you've been observing what's been going on. You see these guys were approached by an old lady who told them of some adventure to be had, some artifacts to be recovered in the swamp. They've since been buying a bunch of stuff, a canoe and such, and they're loading it up now. I guess if we want to maybe intro your character and we'll see how we can squeeze you in. Or squeeze yourself in.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Groovy. It's Tolly.
Oh, it's all
You guys remember Tolly? Been a long time.
Yeah, they're all dead, but
He's a halfling. Strong halfling. And I don't know if his henchman will still be around or not.
not for this one.
Okay.
The only thing I would say is I remember Tully was a heavy armor wearer. We are about to get in the canoe in the swamp, so you might want to switch out to lighter armor. That's up to you.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You can switch out.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to do that. You don't have to, but
Well, he is a halfling and swans are deep.
yeah. But yeah, so you guys see this halfling, I guess adventure, and if you want to interact, there's one more space on the boat.
Oh, there.
Carl turns, looks him up and down, and you said Lunk is actually 5'2" himself, or was that just a... Yeah. I look at, you said Tally. Another walking miniature suit of armor. What brings you here, friend?
Well, looks like you guys, what are they after? More of the artifacts?
Yeah, they're after the artifacts. Yeah, they basically, I'll just do a quick summary. This is kind of the quest for the artifacts has kind of failed, and this is now 3 years later. So what Tully's been doing, I do not know. you can kind of
He's probably been hanging out in that halfling village we found.
exactly. And the sun has since basically more or less gone away, and then people are traveling to the south where it's warmer because these swamps are keeping the earth warm for some reason. And they've just heard word that there were artifacts. The last of the artifacts that were supposedly lost could be here.
Well, if you guys are looking for what's left of the artifacts, trying to pick up the pieces, then I'd like to join you since I was there for some of the early exploits.
So you spoke to that old lady too?
Old lady?
Yeah, she's the one that told us about the artifacts.
No, I talked to the Flayed King way back when. Stuart was on the original quest for the artifacts.
So you're one of those damn heroes who failed us? Is that the reason why the sun has gone all dark and cheese-knit?
I took some time off, and I guess it failed while I was lollygagging.
Well, at least you're here now. Might as well join us. It's going to take 6 days and one more day. And it's going to be another week coming back if we make it alive.
We're not going to live forever. Probably not very long looking at the sun.
Well, anyway, you know more about these artifacts than we do, so maybe you could fill us in on the way.
They were all pretty unique, so knowing much about them is pretty moot.
So what's your name anyway?
Tolly. Tolly Worrywater.
My name is Lunk, bub.
Odd name for an elf.
What'd you say? It ain't no weird name for elf. I'm Lunk Zeldor. I'm famous. Haven't you ever heard of The Adventures of Zeldor? No, The Adventures of Lunk and the Legend of Zeldor? It's famous up in North.
No.
I thought Zeldor was a woman.
Now get out of here. What are you talking about? I ain't no woman. I'm all elf.
Well, I must have heard different version then.
Carl smiles, and is it true then that there's no such thing as a man or woman elf? There's just elves?
Maybe if you're a good boy, I'll show you later. I give you a wink.
He shakes his head. Ugh. Your magic, now this. 2 elves are too much.
Well, we elves, we're magical, so we understand a whole lot of things.
Speaking of magic, Lunk, do you happen to know the invisibility spell?
Of course I know of it. Do I know it? Hell no.
Oh, that doesn't help us very much then.
Okay, so you guys are off. You're going to leave now, right? We're basically, it doesn't really matter what time of day it is because it's always dark for the most part, but it's kind of like the afternoon. You can certainly start now if you want.
Cool.
Cool. All right, so you board the canoe. I mean, it is a 6-person canoe, and when there's 6 people in it, it's fairly low in the water. But, it seems well made, sturdy. You have your oars, and the 2 boys get lined up to start paddling. It doesn't look after a few minutes of doing this that they've ever paddled a canoe before in their lives, but they're doing their best as you guys start moving out into the depths of the swamp. So,
You boys, you guys paddled before?
well, we do it all the time. I'm really good at this.
Are you lying to me?
No. Why would we do that?
Here, take this fishing rod. You fish while I help pedal. And then he hands him the fishing rod, and he takes hold of the oar and starts pedaling.
Okay. All right, so you're paddling. So that, you're definitely more efficient at it than they are. They seem to be watching you to maybe try to learn how to do it. But yeah, so off they go. So you guys are traveling. First day.
All right.
Okay. Okay, good. I have my little map moving around. And it's the swamp itself is, as you start to move deeper into it, there's lots and lots of growth because it's dark because there's not really the sun, but it's also dark because the plants and trees just kind of come overhead. So it's almost like you're going through tunnels. There's not too much land that seems dry at all. I mean, you wouldn't be able to get out of the boat and walk really without being, up to how tall you are, up to your waist in mud and water. The small islands of land around certain trees, but a lot of these are these like mangrove trees that are just like stuck with their roots coming up out of the water. There's lots of flies and that type of stuff. So everybody has a 10% chance of perhaps catching a disease because you're in the swamp. So let me see. I'll roll for Daniel.
You gotta roll for me too.
Yeah, I gotta roll for everybody. Nope.
Woo.
Nope. I'm just going down the line. Nope. 20. 31. Nope. Okay, that's it. All right, yeah. First, you guys are. It's bad, but you're maybe you're getting bit by bugs and stuff, but nobody seems to come down with any kind of weird swamp fever or anything the first day as you're moving through the swamp areas. I guess you can sleep more or less on the boat in shifts.
At the end of the day, Scott's character is a halfling, correct? Okay, so at the end of the day, what was your character's name, Scott? I can't remember.
Tolly.
Yeah, that's right, Tolly. So he says, hey, Tolly, I'm going to need you to not attack anyone after I bestow my blessings upon you. And then he'll cast invisibility on Tolly at the end of the day.
Okay.
Like, if you want to be turned invisible?
That's fine.
Okay.
That could be useful.
Yep. All right. You are in BX invisibility until you attack.
Attack anyone. So
Wow,
long as you don't
permanent.
attack anyone,
Wow.
you'll be fine.
So you are invisible.
Since you're a halfling, I'm going to assume you know no spells. So just
Nope. I know of them.
great. You've just witnessed one. Don't attack anyone.
Yo, Tully, you know any good songs?
Just the dirty ones.
That's the ones I like. Go ahead and sing for us.
Actually, the first day goes by without any trouble. You can go ahead, since you're fishing, Jan, go and roll d6 and see if you forage.
Yes. I got 6.
Yeah. Okay, you don't really pick up much. He's getting a lot of. You can tell this kid's never fished before in his life.
Hey, Paul, you haven't fished before?
Yeah, no, we fish all. That's how we live. We're always fishing. This is not a good place to fish.
Are you lying to me again?
No, I wouldn't lie. It catches like a boot.
Damn, why do I pick up these mother kickers? You just sit back there and just rest. Watch while I sleep, all right?
Okay. He says okay. And then after you go to sleep, he shortly after goes to sleep. Day 2. Still on track here. Let's go this here. Look at my little. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So, again, you're kind of just tracking time. Your bodies are used to getting up and getting down. And actually today you think you see a little bit of like kind of warmth coming through the foliage, but it's hard to say. It's so dark in here anyway, so perhaps maybe the sun is a little bit redder than purple on this particular day, which would be day 2 of the journey. And which passes again without too much struggle. You can roll your d6 again to see if your henchman catches any fish or whatever you want to call them. The boys that you picked up.
I got 1 this time.
Yeah. So yeah, he does. He picks up. Actually, he gets a lot of fish, and enough fish to feed 6 people, which is everybody. So nobody has to use a ration on day 2 because Paul's fishing skills.
Good job, Paul.
Get the big one, like a tuna or something.
Nice.
At the
Very
end of the
nice.
day, at the end of the day, I'm going to cast invisibility on Carl. I know he told me to keep my magic to myself, but whatever.
He's casting a spell on you. Do you want to resist it?
Yeah, I resist it, man. These elves.
You can make a save.
Trickery. So let me roll here. D20. Ooh, that would be an 8.
Okay.
I
yes.
do not succeed.
You are now also invisible.
Oh, damn it. So
Okay.
I'm just sitting there. I don't even notice it go off. I'm just looking down in the swamp, noticing all the fish and the disgusting leeches and stuff. And I just notice that my reflection is gone.
Yes.
Turn around and sneer at the elf, which he can't see because I'm invisible. Say nothing.
Okay. So day 2's potential for swamp disease. 71. Nope. A 4 on Winrith. Is that his name? Winrith? Crystal?
Mm-hmm.
Make a save versus disease.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that would be. I think it's their disease save must be. Death, right?
Yeah, but versus death, I believe would be poison death.
Yeah,
Let me find my D20 here. All right. I made it.
okay, good.
12
So
over 10.
yeah, you maybe were drinking some fetid water, or maybe your fish wasn't quite good, but your body is, elves are very resistant to these things, so you're able to pass by without any kind of problem. Going
At the end of the day, I'll cast invisibility on Lunk at the end of the day.
Thanks, my friend.
The boat's becoming less and less populated every day.
If you can, cast these spells on the kids too. That'll be good.
How many more days do we have till we get there?
This is the second out of 7 days.
Okay, yeah, I'll have plenty of time then.
So, Tully, tell us more
Actually,
about your adventure.
before we go to bed, I'm also going to cast web just like randomly, just so I can memorize. Invisibility twice.
Okay. We can do that. Right here. And there. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. Good. That's it. So day 3. Oh, excited. Day 3, you guys are on course still. Okay, so now what are you doing? Were you casting invisibility on who this day?
I'll cast it on the 2 boys left, and then I'm gonna lay down in the boat so that no one will see me. Hopefully.
Okay.
And then I'll memorize web and invisibility again.
Okay, you can do that. All right. So at this point, we've got an invisible crew on a boat, on a canoe, I should say.
A haunted canoe.
Pretty good. I like it.
Probably doesn't look out of place in a swamp.
Yeah, just lost in a drift.
Well, I got a question. I could cast it on anything, right?
Yeah,
so I'll memorize invisibility twice.
Including the canoe.
And at the end of the 4th day, I'll cast invisibility on the canoe and then on myself.
Mm-hmm. We can do that. So that's fine. Just keep in mind that with all these things that are invisible, nobody can see anything that's invisible. So every time somebody moves on the boat,
I'll tell them, make sure they all keep the paddles close.
well, the paddles are all individual things.
That ain't a good idea because we got to fish. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the kids to fall over to the side because they can't see the boat.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, yeah. All right, then I won't cast it on the boat. At the end of the fourth day or whatever, I'll just cast it on myself.
Sure. Got my die ready. We could do it.
Huh?
See, I'm too nice. I should have just let you do it. And then all right. But you are a 5th level elf. You should know. Or 4th level elf. You should know enough not to. Okay, so you're all invisible in the boat. The boat itself is not invisible. It's a little bit weird and awkward, but I'm sure that you have enough time when you're in the swamp and you have all day to do it, so you can eat and stuff, even though you can't see any of your shit.
Where's my fork? Where's my fork?
Yeah, and I'm curious, like, okay, so probably I'm just doing this quickly. Yeah, all right. I'm just moving you along. If anything, if you want to do anything special, just let me know. I'm just moving you through. So, okay. Wow, you guys have been on course very well, actually. So it's day 6, and 001. That's young. Give me a save versus poison.
What do I roll for that? It's yeah. Here we go. D20. That's right. I got 20.
Well, yeah. All right, you're fine. Yeah, your elf metabolism is good. And it's day 6. So the woman had told you so you know that you should travel 6 days to the west and then a day south. So is that what you want to do?
That's what we've been told. Sure.
Yep. Looking for the old woman, huh?
The old woman told you that basically the evil princess who had one of the artifacts and killed the party, took it and the swords, which were the other artifact that got lost, to this location. That's what you were told.
Well, then that's where we'll have to go.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So, I don't want player agency and all that.
So do we hear the previous story from Tully?
He wasn't there during when it ended. I forget, what was the last artifact that Tully recovered? Was it the shield that was underwater? It was the thorny mask with the insects. So
I was there for the insects. I was there for the mask underwater.
Yeah. I think that was.
Is Tully just telling us about his wife and kids and the halfling village that he's been with for the last 3 years?
No, there might be some kids. I don't know about the other one.
Is that why you left?
It might be.
Dad needs money for college. Yep, I'll be right back.
You can only lead a life of excess for so long.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to go back home, right? So, you head south. Everybody's invisible and you're cruising along, and it seems the plan seems to be working because you haven't encountered any kind of hostilities, in this entire trip so far. I like to say so far. That's always a good.
Can the kids still fish, or is that considered as attack?
No, they can fish.
Okay.
They're attacking the fish.
How many successful fish checks have you made?
That's actually funny, but no, I wouldn't know much. You're fine. You can fish. It's a bit of a process, obviously, but because you're not doing anything else, you're literally in a boat. I'm not going to be a hard ass again, so I think it's a good idea. You start to the day as you're heading south, where it becomes strangely cold, and you're smelling like much more so. I mean, the entire swamp smells of rot because that's what swamp smell like, but like really, really strong smell of rot, and everything just feels very, very cold. You've been like sweating and soaked this whole time, and now all of a sudden you're like shivering because of the drop in temperature where you are. And let me see if you're surprised. You are actually. Are they surprised? They're also surprised, so nobody's surprised. You see. Oh, interesting. You see a small group of people. They notice you as well. You're surprised and they're surprised. So you're like, and they go, but nobody, can attack or whatever.
Wait, they can see us?
They see the boat. Yeah, they see a boat with nobody in it, cruising through, and they see the paddles making splashes in the water, and the fishing pole is, line is, on the water. So they see that. Yeah. There's 5 people. The two adult males, an adult female, it looks like, and 2 children, like pretty young children. They seem to be carving some kind of symbols into a tree, and they are about 150 or so feet away from you. And you see them there, and they see you. Let me get their reaction. They look at you and at the boat coming, and they seem to be very scared because there's a boat with nobody in it paddling towards them. So they immediately start to move away from you. They're walking at a brisk pace. They're not running because they have children. They don't want to leave them. They seem to be going across the water, like almost like they're walking on water.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. Like, are they on solid land or are they?
Yeah, I mean, they were, around the tree. There was like a little island, but when they take off, it almost looks like they're running across the water.
No, would you look at that? They're walking on water.
Are they headed toward us?
No, they're going more or less exactly away from you.
What should we do, bub? Should we ask him to stop and ask him some questions?
For what?
To see if they know anything more about this ogress.
Well, I mean, we're invisible right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to stop. I don't think they're going to be any less afraid of disembodied voices filling the air.
We can pretend like we're gods or something. That'll be a riot.
Yes, the boat god comes. Lunk, call to them.
Should I do it?
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Do it. All right. No, and avast! Stop right there. The river god has come.
Okay. They look back like very confused, and they're still moving away from you, but they have slowed down a little bit because they're kind of trying to figure out what's going on. At this point, you would have to try to follow them because they're not going. You're like going this way, and they're going that way or whatever. So, if you want to go off your course to follow them, you can. But otherwise, they were running pretty quickly, so they're 100 feet away from you at least still, if not more.
Let's just let them get away. That was a lot of fun.
It's either paddle faster and catch them or get lost, right?
That's right. If you paddle fast and catch them, or if you might get off track and be lost. Exactly.
Why don't we go take a look at the tree carvings they were making?
Sounds like a good plan to me.
That's not a bad idea. We can still get on track from here.
Yeah, they weren't that far away. You, boy, paddle us over to that tree they were carving on.
Which one? I can't see who you're pointing at.
I don't care. Whoever's steering.
Peter and Paul, both of you, steer.
Okay. They start to paddle and steer in the direction of the carvings. And it doesn't take very long to get there. I mean, you're moving along a canoe, and like I said, it's kind of up on a little island, so you can push the canoe into it and stop. Using the paddles to jam into the ground. And you can see there's a large tree here. And you do see the fresh carvings, and you also see there's a lot of other carvings around the tree too.
I'm just going to stay in the boat while they go investigate.
How many days have we traveled so far?
7.
Oh, 7. Okay, so we're in the immediate vicinity of the... okay.
Yeah, it would be today or tomorrow that you'd run into the place. I should also, when you get a chance, John, roll some d6s and any ones that you get. You don't have to have spent a ration on those days for 5 more days, or 4 more days. Just so you know.
Well, I got this. I got this here helmet that helps me read languages. I can take a look at those carvings.
Oh yeah, you do have that, right? Yeah, you want to go up there and do it?
Yeah, I have read languages at 80% as well, so I definitely,
Between the two of us, we should get that.
yeah, just kind of
Nice.
step out of the boat, and you can see my empty footprints padding carefully towards the tree. Yeah, I approach it slowly and carefully, like I'm not just blithely running at it, but I definitely make my way to the tree.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're watching your foot, as best as you can, watch your footprints. You make so. You notice that this doesn't look like a one-time occurrence for sure. Since you're walking slowly and you're looking at the ground. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of footprints here, and they're bare feet for the most part, not just the ones that Tolly's probably making. I'm assuming you're going to use. So you Tolly went up there too.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can let me see. I'll do.
So there's plenty of people been here, and it's long over a long time, not just today.
That's correct. All right, and I roll a 28 on your read.
Lonk went there alongside these guys too.
Oh, you're also up there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we got 3 invisible people walking.
Well, we didn't see him following us.
Yeah, and you didn't see him fall because you didn't say anything, so you're behind him. So you get up there and you're looking at the symbols on the tree. They seem to be in a very old kind of one of the a language that's more pictographic, and it seems to be prayers for as far as you can tell to the trees, asking for protection and also appreciation for the wealth that the tree brings them, as far as the bounty of the tree, as far as the forest and the swamp.
All right, it's time to leave. We ran into these guys once before. They're pretty savage.
I like to imagine like watching the swamp ground and seeing like 2 pairs of footprints, like very, very softly stepping in the muddy ground, like barely leaving any trace at all they were there. And then there's a pair of footprints behind them, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So you guys, you probably hear him around you because he's probably not being quiet. But yeah, you can get back to the boat. Again, you're invisible. I'm just factoring everything as you're moving much slower because you're invisible.
Long says, "Dude, where's my canoe?"
The canoe's
It's right behind you. See that?
Oh, all right.
all right. So yeah, so you guys get back in the canoe, and it's a little shaky, and you probably figure out who should go on first or whatever, and it's probably semi comical, but you get onto the canoe, your invisible selves, and I guess start heading back on course. And you're on course. Okay, good. So you are heading south when you see up on kind of a little, I mean, it's, you don't want to say hill because you're a swamp, but like a mound, you see basically what appears to be a large stone, which you haven't really seen, stone out here. It's a monolith, about 10 feet or so above the ground. You don't know if it goes into the ground deeper than that. It's slightly askew. It's like leaning a bit. But more interesting than that, possibly too, is that there are what look to be kind of 10. They're about 8 feet tall, and they look like they're trees, but they don't have any regular branches. They just kind of have a trunk, but the trunk is raised up in the air off of 2 roots. So you've got like these 2 long roots coming up and a trunk, and there's no branches, and there's 10 of them, and they're in a circle around the monolith. You're roughly about 250 feet away from this thing as you're approaching it. You've got the monolith itself is on this hill. The hill's about 40 or so feet, so you're about you're over 200 feet in the water away from it at this point. So what do you want to do?
I look at Tully.
So they're
Right.
leafless trees surrounding this monolith.
That ain't no ordinary tree. Because you see them bottom, the roots aren't in the ground.
I'm sorry, my mom was talking to me. I couldn't hear what was going on.
There's a monolith reaching out of the swamp. It's surrounded by branchless trees.
A monolith?
There's some kind of a guardian.
Okay.
There's that big rock you see over there. Do you see it, Wyrmreth?
Yes, I see it.
You see all those trees with the trunks raised up from above the ground, bub? I think they're guarding that big old rock. It ain't gonna be easy sneaking past them.
I didn't go with them, but just so you guys can see, just so it's clear, you've got your water kind of. You guys are right here somewhere. Basically, you've got this like hump of dirt and this monolith stone on top, and then you've got these trees. There's 10 of them in total, but I only do 3.
Well, Tully, you're probably the sneakiest out of the bunch of us. How about you head up there first for us and tell us if this is actually the place we're looking for.
Do we want to get closer, or do you want me to swim up there? Either way, it's fine.
Well, I don't think we're going to let you swim because it'll be dangerous. You don't know where these crocodiles and other monsters of the river might be. So let's just get you close.
Yeah, I call out, Peter, just drive the canoe right into that hump there. Just beach the canoe and
I can't see what you're pointing.
The one right in front of us with the stone on it.
Well, as soon as we get close enough to it without bumbling, I'm going to try and
the water going in different directions.
And half impulse power. Make it so.
Okay. Yeah, they at first, like, the paddles are going 2 different directions, but they finally kind of figure it out, and the canoe starts moving towards the hump.
Yeah, I'll step off as they get close and kind of push the canoe on its way so it doesn't look like it's trying to beach.
Okay, you want to do like a little like jump on kind of thing?
Yeah.
You can jump on, jump off. Oh, you can do that. You're Dexy. So yeah, you jump onto this thing. It is strangely solid based on everything else you've stepped on. It's almost like now that your feet are on it and you can feel it, the hump doesn't so much feel like it's made out of dirt, but almost like rough chunks of you're barefoot, right? So rough chunks of like shell. It feels like kind of like shellish, like but you know, but rounded bits of it that are kind of together, almost like little rocks and pebbles.
Not a mountain of bones, just little rocks.
Right. Sure, you could. Right, it might be a mountain of bones.
Awesome. So I'll stay real still and see if I see anything that's moving on this little hump of an island.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're looking up, you know, the side of it. It's not super steep. I probably drew it more steep than it was. So you can see, you know, at least a bit of all 10 of these things. You do know that you can tell now that you're closer to it that they're kind of spread away from the monolith, giving about, you know, let's say if the monolith was in the center, they're giving about 15-foot radius around it. They're fairly circular, but you can also see from where you're standing that it looks like there's a smaller pile of this, shall we say, small stones stacked up near the monolith. Like it's like a smaller hump there. And from your angle, that's all you can do. And you don't see anything moving. Nothing moving right now.
All right, I'll try to creep up closer to the monolith.
Okay.
I can't see him creeping at all, so I'm just scanning the horizon. I'm keeping my eyes out in the swamp for any other anything else that's moving around here.
Okay, yeah, so you're gonna look like to make sure nothing's approaching where you guys are, or are you watching the stuff on the monolith?
I'm definitely watching the stuff on the island.
Okay,
You could probably see where my footsteps are dislodging some of those quote-unquote stones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're watching, you can kind of see, although you're moving very, very stealthily, as halflings often do, and you're able to make your way up to pretty close to one of these, you know, trees. And one thing you definitely notice is that they don't seem to be, the roots seem to be they're fatter at the trunk area, and they go down to like almost little skinny points, and they're strangely balanced on these points as you get closer. You also notice that smaller hump is actually debris that seems to maybe have been shoveled out because it looks like there's an opening in the ground.
So it definitely looks like legs on these trees. But there's an opening. I'll try to get a better look at that opening to see if it's like deep or if it's just a shallow hole.
All right, you'll probably have to get into the radius of the trees if you do that.
That's fine.
All right, you walk past the. Oh, actually, it's 90%. 50%. Right. You walk past the trees. There's definitely some of these stones are moving around, but the trees don't seem to be reacting to it, at least not now. And you walk up a bit till you can actually see that this hole, from the angle that you're at, you can actually see that there's a set of stairs going down. They're white.
And the monolith, does it have any writing on it, or is it just a blank slate?
The monolith. Yes. Right. And you have the ability to read languages. So it does. It actually has a very elongated language. Yours is magic, right? It's the helmet, so you can just read it. You don't have to roll.
Yeah. Helmet of comprehending languages and magic.
Yeah. It says on it, a corpse untouched, outside of cycles, outside of time. So you see those three things, and it looks like the monolith is basically, a rectangle basically with a point. So you can see writing on all this. You can see two of the sides, and it seems to repeat it on both sides.
All right. But it looks like it's sort of leaning and sinking into the swamp a little.
Yes, it does look like it's sinking into this stone pebbles.
Well, I'll make my way back toward whatever beach the boat's drifted to.
Okay.
Just as stealthily and quietly as I can.
Okay. Yeah, the trees don't seem to notice you as you move back towards the shore. So what's the boat doing? Did you guys keep it floating away from the thing? Like, where are you on the boat? Because it didn't beach, so it didn't beach on this island anyways, unless you.
I would suggest that we just kind of slightly circle the island, like close enough that that Tolly would be able to hop back on, but try not to look suspicious while doing it. I mean, we're a floating boat, but you get what I mean.
Oh. You're going to be circling around the. I mean, it depends on your definition of suspicious. I guess that's what I would say.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I mean, like, we're an invisible crew on a canoe, so it's going to look suspicious, but we'll just try to do it as if we're like headed off somewhere else, maybe, but then like still actually kind of circling. That would be my suggestion. Whatever y'all want to do.
I'll take a small handful of those quote-unquote rocks and toss them near the boat and go, "Psst, hey guys."
Okay, yeah, you guys see some stones up in here. Well, actually, they don't become visible when you touch it. So yeah, you pick at some stones, float into the air, and then splash in the water near the boat.
That has to be Tully over there. Let's go over there, bub.
Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Okay. So you move the boat up to the stony island. It crunches slightly as it touches the shore.
Hey, Tully, is that you?
Yep, it's me. It looks at least safe enough to come onto the island.
What are those damn things? Are they alive or dead?
That I'm not sure, but they look suspiciously like they can move. Like those roots might be legs. They didn't seem to notice me, though.
Yeah, but why are they there? You
Well,
gotta be some kind of a guardian, ain't
Looks like they're guarding an entrance to something. There's a staircase in a hole next to that monolith.
We can't be seen, so if we go next to them, maybe they won't spot us. But on the way out, if they see us, they might kill us.
That's true.
Lunk, you're
set
an
them on
elf.
fire?
Can't you
As long
talk
as
to the
you-
trees?
I ain't no mother kicking tree talker. What are you talking about?
I've just heard
Really?
tales of elven communes in the trees all living together. Surely you can tell if that's a dangerous tree or not.
Well, Wierenreth here is an elf as well, so you got my back, right, Wierenreth?
Oh, yes, certainly, Lunk, yes.
Yeah,
All right.
those guys back
I
at that
will
last island
be-
with a tree on it might have been able to talk to trees, but elves usually can't.
I'll be behind you all the way.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do something then. I'm going to go up there and see if they're hostile. If there's any trouble, I'm just going to be running away. You guys cover me with arrows or fire or something. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. I'll also get on the island with Lunk, but I will remain by the shore.
Same
All
here.
right, Dan. You guys stay back. I'm going to go and talk
And
to them.
tell Peter and Paul to stay put.
Yeah, Lunk, the elf, approaches those guardians, still invisible, but he's not really making an effort to stay quiet.
Okay,
And
so
as he gets closer, he says, "Hello there."
nice.
Howdy,
Okay, so
bub.
just so I'm clear, the canoe's in the water with Peter and Paul in it, and you want them to stay basically on the shore of the island, just like docked there essentially, and then the party's all standing on the shore.
Yeah, I think so. That's where I want to be, on the shore.
Okay, and then,
I'm ready to
About to say.
jump in the canoe at a moment's notice.
and Lunk is walking up to talk to the trees. Well, that seems like a reasonable thing for an elf to do, I guess. All right, perfect. So, so you walk up there, crunch with your invisibility, and yeah. So you walk up to the trees and you say, what are you doing here, trees, or whatever. The one that you're closest to, it seems to move a little bit. It kind of readjusts itself. You can actually see the little legs kind of, the roots, kind of adjust themselves. And there's it doesn't respond in any way to you immediately, but it seems to be aware that you're there.
Lung says, I'm an invisible elf. You know what I mean? And I would like to go in and find out what the hell is down in that hole. You got a problem with that?
It kind of moves actually now that one and the two next to it kind of adjust themselves a little bit. But again, they don't respond. They don't talk or anything. They just adjust themselves.
You hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth? You speak common, and then he switches over to Elven and starts speaking in an Elvish and says the same thing basically.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you seem to talk to them, they do seem to be responding on some level. You're apparently. So they don't seem to do much else besides that.
They look
All right,
like they're ready for you to do something, but they haven't done anything else.
At this point, Lung's just gonna go back to the boat and says, "Well, they ain't talking, and there's no sense in trying to talk to them. I think if I were to go across between them, they'll probably crush them between their legs. That's what I'm thinking."
Oh, so there's no way we can pass between them without passing under them? Is that what the configuration is?
Oh no, you can pass between them and stuff. Yeah,
I don't know. I guess we can, but they could kill us. I mean, look at the size of them.
I don't know. I made it up there, Brian.
Tell it, you said there's a underground staircase up there between all those trees?
Up by the monolith, there's a hole in the ground, and there's a staircase.
Well, trees or no, I think we have to. I think this may be the temple we came out here this whole way for. So why don't we stick together as a small group, pass through the trees as quietly as possible, and descend the stairs. I don't think there's really anything else for it.
You want to set them on fire?
Actually, that's exactly what I was thinking. If we were to just start a small fire under them.
No. We're going to light our arrows or something and shoot from afar.
I mean, if you want to not be invisible anymore, you go right ahead.
Well, I think if we had to fight them on the way out, fire would be optimal. But if we don't have to fight them at all, that's better.
Well, Tully, you saw them up close.
As long as we play this, I know that you're probably not the brightest of our kind, Long, but so long as we don't attack anything, we will remain invisible. Don't cast any spells. Don't attack anything. Maybe we can get in there, steal whatever we want. Find these artifacts that we need, and just get out before we're ever even noticed.
You've seen magic trees before? Ones that got legs?
I have seen some very odd things in my time.
Well, have you seen those guys over there?
Not yet. That means nothing to me. I think we should stick with the plan.
You think once we go in there, we're not going to fight anything?
No, I didn't say that.
We got 3 or 4 days in there until your invisibility spell's all recovered?
Well, we might.
I ain't going to risk that. If we're gonna go down there, then I bet those things are gonna catch us on the way out. I'd say we set fire on them.
If they're not gonna attack us on the way in, because we're invisible.
But on the way out, are you sure that they won't see us?
If we're still invisible, how could they?
What if we die?
On the way out, just run really fast to the boat.
You know, we're a bunch of invisible people sitting here arguing with each other.
Very loudly.
Yeah. This is quite silly. I've never been in this predicament before.
It could be life and death. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know how many years you've been adventuring, but I've been adventuring for 50 years now.
Oh my God.
He's not listening to you anymore. I'm going to attempt to sneak up into the temple.
Okay.
So you're sitting there yelling at Winrith, who's already snuck off.
He's actually facing the other direction.
You guys are like not even looking at each other.
Yeah, he's just yelling past each other.
You're gonna walk up to the trees.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to sneak up there. I can attempt to sneak in 1 and 6, can't I? Is that a thing? I don't think. Nope, never mind. I can't sneak. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna just as quickly as I can attempt to run right for the door. Like I'm gonna walk up there, crunch, 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 and then I'm gonna wait for a second. Once I think the trees have kind of like settled down, I'm gonna run as fast as I can towards the entrance.
Well, anyone can attempt to sneak. It's just some people are better than others.
I don't think I can attempt to sneak at all, according to the rules.
Yeah, you can sneak.
Well, I mean, you don't have a modifier or a listed rule for it, but anyone can try and tiptoe and not.
Yeah, you can try to tiptoe.
I mean, so it's probably just an automatic fail. No, I've probably tried sneaking in my adventuring time before, and it doesn't work out. So I'm just gonna stick with my plan. I'm gonna walk up to the trees. If I see them shift or anything, I'm gonna walk as close as I can without them triggering, and then when I think they've kind of settled and they're not expecting me there anymore, I'm just gonna run as quickly as I can towards the entrance.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. All right, so you go up there, and you guys are, I guess, still talking on the bottom. Yeah, so you run and you throw up some stone, and when you do run until you hit that first stair, and you start going down the stairs, and they move very quickly to try to reach you. So go ahead and roll initiative against the tree.
Okay. This is the D6, right?
D6, yeah. You can it's individual initiative, so you can use your dex if you got it. They roll the 6 though, so hopefully.
4.
Okay, yeah. So the trees move forward and try to stab you with their pointy legs before you get down the stairs. So they can't all obviously get to you. I'll say 3 of them. 3 of them. That seems reasonable. 3 could get to you.
Do they have any? Well, I guess I wouldn't know if they have any kind of disadvantage.
Well, yeah, you are invisible. So, yeah, they just sense that you're there. So, of course, you have it's not going to be that easy for them to hit you. Yes.
Yeah, so you guys are down there still, like Lunk is still yelling at me. Furthermore, I don't think that this invisibility thing, and then all you guys see the trees running and like trying to slam at the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you, because you weren't sneaking, so they kind of saw a stone and stuff flying, I'm going to give you 2 points better on your AC. So what's your AC?
7, so 5.
5, okay. So 1 definitely missed. Let me see if the other 2 hit. They are... Okay. Yeah, the monster. These still monsters are... 4. 12, that hits you. Okay, yes, you get hit twice. So they basically run at you with their legs, and they stab you like a big needle. 2 of them. They're like spears, basically, except more dangerous. The first one does 5
Worse
points.
than a spear.
Well, spears are d6. First one does 5 points, and the second one does 6 points. So 11 points of damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
But you can definitely move further down the stairs, on your turn now. If you get away from them, if you'd like.
All right. All right, I'm down to 12 hit points.
That's not bad.
All right, yeah. So I get hit twice. You guys see some random blood splash on the ground, but yeah, I definitely get to the stairs, and I'm getting down the stairs as quickly as I can.
Okay, so stand by. You're going to run down the stairs. I'll tell you what you see, and you have infravision, so you can see in the dark. So not an issue. The rest of the party sees, I guess you see 3 of these trees run forward towards the monolith and start poking down into the hole. What are you guys doing?
Are the trees following down the staircase, or are they just
still the first round? They haven't done it yet.
Okay.
They basically just stabbed at this moment. That's when you see it at the end of the round. So nothing else has happened.
Okay.
Because we're coming into now the basically the second round of combat. So,
should we roll initiative?
well, I need to know.
No, Lunk actually explains to you he's got a plan.
Okay, Lunk. What's your plan?
So you're gonna discuss a plan, okay?
Are these trees still standing around the hole, or are they going back to their original positions?
They haven't done anything yet. They've run to the hole so far. It's unclear if they're going to turn around yet. If you want to wait for them, we could do that.
Lung says, "I pity the fool. I told him not to do that."
Yeah, I mean, if you want to discuss it, that's fine. And you're going down, right, Crystal?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down.
Okay, so you're going down a set of stairs. They are worn, they're ancient, and they are, you can see at the top, anyways. Before your infravision kicks in, you really can't see, color probably. You can see that they are white. So you head down. Once you get just about a few feet down, like maybe like 20 feet down into it, so you kind of come in. You pass you're in like a tunnel basically, and you enter into like a kind of a bigger tunnel, like it opens up a bit more. And the stairs are no longer so clean here, but you definitely do see parts of it that are cleared off, like as if there's been traffic, but they're not like clean. And what you do see just in front of you, though they are cold as ice, is 6 bodies, we'll call them, because they're obviously dead. Because there's no you have infection. So you see 6 bodies. They also are missing their skin. So yeah, so that's what you
Nice.
And start to walk back positions. Okay.
The
So
trees begin to walk back. Okay.
yeah, they walk back. They take their time, but it doesn't take them very long. They only had to go about 15 feet. So you notice that.
Well, looks like he's dead.
Yeah. There's some blood on, a couple of.
Well, the trees have done it.
Pro tip: let's try sneaking.
Yeah, I will definitely move silently,
Okay.
which is a skill of mine. Should I roll that, or do you roll my move silently?
Yeah. What's your percentage?
40%.
Before they go off,
Yep.
before they go off, Lunk actually explains to them that he could levitate, and he was wondering if they could build a fire off-site and then basically drop fire from the sky.
Well, levitation only gives you vertical movement, though.
Right. He gets vertical movement, so he could nudge himself forward. I read in the description that he could propel himself, while he's up in the air with a rope, or if he were to jump up, or if he's on the on the way forward, and then it starts to levitate, then that would actually carry on.
Yeah, not really. Not like that. It's not like perpetual. You're not in space, so you're going to stop eventually. That's not how it works.
You could push yourself off of a tree.
Yeah, you can push yourself off the tree, but it's not. You won't have any.
He suggests that he could probably levitate in the air, high above the trees, and then start shooting fiery arrows down so that they can't reach him.
Mm-hmm.
While Lunk is explaining his plan to float into the air and fire up in the treetops, Carl is moving silently towards the ring of trees as carefully as possible.
Okay. Yeah. So you what did you say the percentage was? 35?
40% is my move silently.
Okay. Yeah. So you're moving up there. And
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're cruising. Do you want to go just to them, or do you want to go into the stairs?
I move towards the stairs, and at the first sign of the trees, moving towards me aggressively, I just bolt for the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, until you get to the actual stairs and touch the first foot on the stair, they don't move at all. And as soon as you do, they come bolting for you. So since you were kind of, it was going to happen, I'll give you a bonus on your initiative.
Okay.
+1. So roll a d6 +1 plus any dex bonus you might have for initiative, because it's one-on-one initiative.
Okay. My dex initiative is +1.
Okay.
So.
Man, that die is deadly.
1d6. Where is it? I rolled a 4, so that's a 5.
And plus the +1 that I gave you? In addition?
That would be 6 then.
Okay, so it's simultaneous. So I'm going to actually. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna favor the PC. So yeah,
maybe I dive head first down the stairs.
Yeah, you dive head first down the stairs. So go ahead and roll a d20. I'm going to say you literally dive down the stairs, and if you can get under your dex on d20, you won't take any damage. Otherwise, you take 2 points for just like crashing down the stairs.
Okay, I roll a 7. Okay, so that's good. That's underneath.
Yeah, you roll down, no problem. You don't knock over Chris's character, which is down.
Okay.
I'm going to try and sneak my way up there as well, since the trees didn't get him.
Yeah, the trees move back exactly if you go.
And I'm going to try it. Tuck and roll.
Yeah, I mean, if you basically get to the top of the stairs and dive down there, well, they also don't notice you. So you're describing all this stuff, and you realize that you're by yourself, and then you hear
and the boys
Paul say, "I think that's a good plan."
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, so just let me jump
Carl?
back for a second.
Carl, you there? We're in Reth.
Okay.
Where is everybody?
So while you're realizing this, I'll kick back inside for a second. So you're basically in this like 30-foot like round-ish chamber with these bodies. Oh, of course, you hear a thief thud down behind you.
Dexterously and acrobatically thud. Landing in a pile of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna remain silent for a moment because I'm afraid it might be these trees. And after a moment, when I haven't heard any trees or anything, I'll call out Tully, Carl.
Yep, it's me, Elf. I'm here. Those trees are no joke.
Yeah, the trees are nothing. But
so yeah, and in fact, you guys who the halfling and thief.
I've already started searching the bodies, by the way.
Okay, that's fine. So the halfling and the thief can smell, the smell of rotten flesh.
Mm. Is it pitch dark in here though?
Okay.
Like, can we see? I don't think I have infravision or anything.
No, you don't. Only elves and I think dwarves and BX.
Okay, so
you have to light a torch.
Okay. I do so. I light a torch. I have 4. I light 1.
All right, that's good. That's one. All right, so you light a torch. What about Tali? You lighting a torch too, or do you have a?
Sure, I'll light a torch.
Right,
Doesn't that helmet of yours let you see in the dark, Tully?
Oh yeah, it does actually. It's a really good helmet.
Yeah, it was a really good helmet. And I think it was like I accidentally let him have it because I thought it was going to be cursed or something.
Well, everything with you is always cursed, so it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
Well, that is a true story.
You go to the bodies and search them. They're basically flayed, so they're just they're it's pretty gross. As you touch them,
I'll let them poke the bodies a little bit first in case they're animate.
Yeah. So you poke them. They don't move. You do see though as you're looking around, and now there's a torch up and you can kind of see better. You do notice there's like a pile of stuff in the corner that looks like clothing and stuff that's been torn and tossed over there. It's bloody. And the corpses are not moving, but like I said, they are flayed and they are laying out. They look like they've been here for weeks, you would guess, because they're not like skeletons, not that rotted, but they're definitely like rotted.
Okay. Yeah.
The swamp has taken them.
Like dark and sort of rotten.
Yeah, exactly.
Take the butt of the spear and kind of rifle through the clothing and belongings.
Okay. You're doing that. So, Lunk, what do you want to do when you realize you're by yourself?
Are there any like dry brushes or like little twigs or anything like that? The stuff that he can build a small campfire off to the side of the island?
Not on here, no. It's basically an island of bone. I mean, bone-ish.
You swore it wasn't bone.
It's petrified bone. Clearly, it's bone.
Building a fire is probably going to piss the trees off.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to actually try to attack him. He's going to build fire to the side so that the trees would, come over there to try and stomp it out. And he's going to try to sneak in while they're distracted or something.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have some stuff on the boat. Maybe that you took. I mean, you can go out to where the trees are and start pulling branches off. But swamps aren't known for their dry tinder. So yeah, it's not going to be that easy to just light a fire. But you certainly can. You can collect stuff if you want.
Well, he's going to take out his cigar. And, he's going to walk on the other side of the island. He'll tell the kids, hey, you, take out the plate armor for me. And then once he's there, he takes off his leather armor and changes into plate mail. Okay,
so you're going to change. Okay, that's going to take a little while. So while you're doing that, and of course the plate mail is not invisible. So
it's not. I mean, even though he's invisible, if he wants to change it, I see.
Invisible man, you got to wrap yourself up. That's how people can see you.
I see.
It'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, if he's going to lose his invisibility, then he's just going to take out his cigar, walk over to the other side of the island, and light it up so that there's going to be some fire. He's going to smoke on it.
All right, so you're smoking out, trying to decide what to do. They're digging out your armor because you told them to, but you're not going to put it on because you realize maybe as you start to put it on that you're not going to be invisible. I mean, you don't have the invisibility spell, right? Your character?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay, so you wouldn't know how it works. So I'm going to say you take the time to do it because that's what you were going to do. So and then you can realize that it's not invisible after. So I'm going to say it's going to take a few minutes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys are digging through the stuff. You find a couple of swords, like regular normal swords. Like not short swords, double two-handed swords, but regular swords. You find some shovels, a pickaxe, a lantern. There's a skin of oil, but the oil's all gone, so there's no oil in it. But it's an oil skin. And you find some gold, about 45 gold pieces between as you're kind of digging through it. And you also find 6 holy symbols that seem to be from a some kind of a god that you've probably never seen before. Nobody here's a cleric, so.
What are the holy symbols made of?
They are made of silver, and they probably have some value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we split the treasure as we go, or should we just allow someone to hold on to it in hopes of good cheer? I have a few sacks if you want me to hold on to it.
Should we just record it and then, or is it an encumbrance thing where we have to divide it up?
It's just a handful of gold and a few silver symbols. We can just throw that in one sack.
Yeah, it would only become relevant if somebody needs a piece that they like. If somebody was like, "I need the holy symbol," and you don't have one, that would be if you're for that question. Like, yeah, there's not enough there to really encumber anybody, so I wouldn't worry.
I don't think the holy symbols did these guys any good, so there's no point in wearing those.
There's also just because you're kind of going down and it's kind of odd to know what direction you're going. I'm just going to use cardinal directions as they are on the sheet of paper, so it's easier to direct you guys. So that's where you just came from. But you also notice in this room that there's a tunnel heading to the south or down, basically deeper. And you notice there's one also to the east and the west. So there's basically 4 ways to get in and out of this room, just so you know.
Okay. What were the other items we found? We found 45 GP, 6
gold,
lantern,
6 shovels, a lantern, but no oil, 2 normal swords, and 6 holy symbols that are made of silver.
Do these swords look like rusty?
No. If you pull them out of their sheaths, they look fine. Yeah, they're well oiled.
They're well oiled. They could be magic. If they've been in this place for so long, and they're still well polished, there's a chance that these are magical. I can't detect magic right now, though.
So we'll leave them right here and grab them on the way out. Or you can carry one if you want.
Well, if you carry one, it won't be invisible.
Yeah, anything can.
It might be a good idea for one of you to put this lantern in your backpack if we come across some oil, because those torches aren't going to last that long.
I've got some oil, but we can hold on to it, yeah. Throw it in the sack.
Okay, Tully, you're going to take the lantern.
Yeah, we can put that in the sack with the gold.
Okay.
All right, I did. And we'll leave the swords here, as well as the pickaxes and shovels.
Okay.
Copy that. Okay. Do you want to wait for Lunk, or should we move to one of the other hallways?
I'm short enough if I go to the top of the stairs to peek out and find him, the trees are gonna see me.
Yeah, I say we just continue on.
Or
Maybe they'll find us later.
we can give a holler or a loud whistle, but I don't really want to peek out.
Yeah, no, I say we just move on. I'm sure he'll find a way in here later. Once he figures out, we're not talking to him anymore. And of course, who knows how long that will be.
Carl invisibly shrugs and says, well...
People are nodding and shrugging. Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got a 12. So I'm going to say you don't need to put too much of your armor on before you realize it's not invisible. Probably just your boots. So it won't take too long before you're like, okay, this isn't working. Lunk, what do you want to do up top after you realize you're not invisible and you're smoking your cigar?
He's visible, completely visible at this point, or is
No.
it the armor that's not visible?
No, the armor will be visible if you put it on. But you
But
said
but Lunk himself is still invisible, right?
that's right. If you put a piece on and you don't want to continue to put your armor on, you can just take it back off and you'll stay in.
Okay.
Just looks like
So-
disembodied armor floating there.
Yeah. So basically, what he does is he actually puts the armor back into his bag, and grabs and ties it to a rope. And in his invisible self, in his leather armor, he pulls it up, and he's gonna drag behind him. And as he gets, kind of close to the trees, he's actually gonna toss it to, closer to the tree,
Oh, okay.
and see if anything happens. If the armor, this bag full of clunking armor lands near them.
So you throw the armor at the tree, and
I mean, not at the tree, not to attack them, but just
He's trying to
nearby.
bait the trees.
Yeah, no, I understand. Okay. Yeah, when you do that, I rolled to how it lands pretty close. Yeah, the tree basically that you threw it near, and the one next to it both take
What's
their
that?
feet.
No. The Happy Meal. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I was unmuted.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, guys.
That's okay. Your armor is now impaled. But then they go, they basically stay. They impale it and they just stay there. They don't pull their feet out of it. They're basically holding it,
Oh, they just stick it to the ground.
stuck it to the ground. Yeah. So back inside the cavern.
While they're distracted with that, with the end of the rope that he's still holding on to, he's gonna try to bolt into the opening.
What do you mean?
Oh, so you're gonna run for the stairs?
Yeah, he's gonna try to run for the stairs.
But what about the rope? What do you mean about that? You're gonna hold it when you do it?
Yeah, he's gonna hold on to the rope, and then he's gonna run into the stairs.
Trying to trip them, or you're just holding it for?
He's just gonna hold on to it, and while he's there, he's gonna see if tugging onto them would drag his armor inside. If not, then he's gonna let it go.
No, no, they're very strong. So yeah, you run for the stairs and you pull the rope. I mean, you can get to the stairs before the rope is expelled, and as soon as you get to the top of the stairs, they're gonna. D6, and you can add Dex if you have it.
Hold on a second.
14.
I got 5 plus 1.
All right, cool. Yeah, you beat them. So you actually are able to get there before, and you take a second to yank on the rope, and yeah, it's stuck on their legs basically. And you're probably not. Well, you know what? How strong are you?
He's got 14 strength.
You know what? Make a roll a d20 plus your strength modifier. You might
Hold on a
pull
second.
on them over if you want to, because you're gonna turn invisible if you do this.
If he pulls on it, then he's gonna turn visible.
You try to trip them, which is what I'm giving you the option to do.
No, he's not gonna do
Okay.
that.
I think
He's
you
gonna tug on it, and if they're held, if it doesn't move, then he's gonna leave it in. But the rope, he's gonna it would be inside of that cave so that he could pull on it later if he wants.
Okay, that's fine. You can do it. So yeah, the rope comes down with you. You realize that you'll be pulling them over, so you think better of it, and you let go, and you run down into the room. You see light below you, and your party. Well, you don't see them. You see a torch, light from a torch. I guess the torch was initially invisible, although that's questionable because I'm not sure if you're all carrying all your gear. But we'll just say it was. So you have a torch. You have a light. You see light coming. A circle of light going in
Science
the air.
versus magic.
Yeah.
He hollers out and let them know that he's down there.
Right, you come down and yell into the chamber. Okay. You guys hear him yell? Good.
Nice of you to join us there.
Put the torch up.
You're too late, Glunk. We've already taken care of these 6 foul bandits in here. As you can see, we've
They're giving monsters here. Cover the torch up.
taken their skin.
I'm gonna move over to one of the corners, and just try to get into the corner, so that when monsters inevitably run in to see what the loud yelling is, I won't be attacked.
Okay, so it's a round
I'm
room.
sitting here panicking, trying to tell them to cover the torch up and shut up, and they won't do it. So I'm just gonna get into a corner.
Yeah, that's
The room
fine.
is round.
It's a round room, but you figure it out after a minute. Here you go against the wall. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
beyond the bodies and the pile of belongings, is there any exits to this round room?
Yeah, there's the one you came through, which is to the north above you. There's one going further, deeper south, so down, and then both to the east and the west, so basically left and right. So you got 4 exits. Let's take a quick 5-minute break, though. That's okay, guys.
Okay.
And we'll see if the yelling brought on any monsters.
All right.
All right. See you in 5. I'm here.
Okay. How about Scott and Young? See, Crystal's back.
I'm ready to continue.
I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere.
Oh, yeah. You're always on the move.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, it was there. Okay, good. All right, we're back. Okay, so. All right, so you're in the room. It's again, it's a circular room. You're kind of all here invisibly, but with light, having this discussion. So, in which direction would you like to go? North, south, east, or west? Let me just check to make sure there's nothing remarkable about any of the directions. So, I'm giving you all the information. Nope, they all kind of look about the same from this point of view. They're kind of like arched entryways, and they're all dark.
All right, once I'm sure that no monsters are going to come see us, I guess we wait for a second and no monsters come. I will silently scold them. You two are supposed to be experts in stealth. Now the Neanderthal over there, I could understand being loud, but you two should know better.
Well, the only way we can communicate being invisible is with sound. So let's decide which way we want to go and get there quickly.
Loud. Lunk, you're invisible. Stop yelling and giving away your location.
I always just talk like this. I can't help it.
Well, then don't say anything at all.
I am being quiet.
All right, so, all right, let's move to the east.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems fine.
To the east you go.
Tolly, would you like to scout ahead for us? I guess that's a no.
I can lead. I have the torch.
Okay. Yeah,
So I'll be carrying the torch, but
Sure, I go ahead.
Yeah, Tolly has night. Can see in the dark.
Halflings cannot see in the dark. Only elves.
He has a helmet.
His helmet is his magical helmet, then, right?
Yeah, that's true, you can. But it gives you infravision, right? So you can't see if you're in the light. You'd have to go ahead of everybody.
Right. I'm going to go far enough ahead of the light where I don't.
Okay. Yeah, so you start to walk into this tunnel, and you notice that it is, unlike the stair area you came down, which was pretty clearly carved. I mean, it's stairs. This is more rough. The walls are still this kind of white material, but it's more of a tunnel. And you're heading off to the east, but you're also kind of going up a bit. And the chamber.
Okay.
It's pretty small. It's about maybe a 15-foot, circle. It's not perfectly round, but it's like but you do see what appears to be a shrine, a little shrine set up. Sitting on top of it is a pillar, like a small pillar of with infravision you can't really tell, but it's a pillar of something. It's not alive, so it's the same texture as everything else. And you do notice that there is a lot of tools on the ground here. You see some pickaxes and shovels.
Again with the pickaxes and shovels. All right. Any access to that little circular room?
You do not see any exit.
I'll go back and report to the party what I think is in there. Looks like somebody's been exploring a little further than the guys we found. There's more pickaxes and shovels. There's some kind of shrine up ahead.
Interesting.
There was nothing else in the room that you saw? Just the shrine itself?
Shrine.
Okay. I take the torch and I go down that hallway. Carefully. But I make my way to the shrine and I want to, if nothing happens, I want to investigate it a little bit, see if there's any significance I can discern, or if there's anything interesting about the shrine itself or any objects on it. If there's any shelves or doors within the shrine, I'd like to investigate that.
Okay. Yeah. So you move up into the room, and you actually go into the room, and you definitely see, as described, a small shrine. On top of it, there's a pillar. This pillar is it seems to be made out of ivory. So it's white like the rest of the room. You notice it's about a foot tall. I should probably mention that. Maybe a foot tall by like coffee can basically, but a little taller. As you're kind of searching around the shrine, you notice in the back there seems to be some handles that look like you may have seen them used for pumping water. Like, let's say if you've ever been around civilization, like a well.
Okay, like a water pump.
Yep. And otherwise, the rest of it looks, let's see, pretty much as described.
Handles are on the wall behind the shrine?
They're kind of hidden behind the shrine. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you go around, you see them back there. You just couldn't see it because you didn't walk right around.
Okay.
Right against the wall.
Okay. I don't touch anything, but I go back and just tell the party what's in there, and rather than trying to trip any switches or get involved with any fiendish mechanisms in that room, why don't we just try another hallway just to see if we can get more of our bearings here? Maybe north.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
Yeah. North.
Tully?
Sure.
Well, north is where you came from.
Oh, south.
Yeah.
Next to. We'll make our way around the clock.
Okay. Yeah. So you I should also point out that you would know that the ivory pillar is probably very valuable.
Okay.
You know that, but not just in case.
So it's not just looking like ivory; it's ivory.
We're probably going to have to come back and pump that thing up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So when you walk into this room, Tully, you're looking in. You see what appears to be what's the way to describe this? Basically, it looks like every trap you've ever seen in a dungeon, all in one room. Like there's arrows stuck in the wall and darts laying around and pieces of swinging blades and stuff. But they seem to all be like set off. So like they're all just like pieces just like in the room. Most of which are very there's like a small stone that obviously fell when somebody walked in the door. There's some arrows, like I said, stuck in the wall. And there's a bit of a couple of deadfalls. So there's like some rocks and stuff, and you can definitely see pieces of some what look to be maybe human bodies, although it's hard to say because they're partially buried. They're in there now, skeletons buried underneath some of this stuff. You see also, same thing. 3 more exits out of the room, though. You see that you could go back north. You could go east or west or south, basically.
I'll go back to the party and let them know that, well, maybe all the traps are gone, but maybe they're not.
Well, that sounds like a job for Carl here.
Looks like every trope we've ever encountered as far as traps go are among those.
Sounds like a job for our young porters. But I nod and invisibly, of course, still. And you could just see the light of the torch slowly heading down the hallway. And that's what I do. I check the room bit by bit to determine if there's any traps that are unsprung, or if that's even what this room is. If these traps are real, or if it's just kind of some deceptive tableau.
Oh yes, you're searching around. You think that you get the sense that they were real at some level because there are bodies here, remnants of bodies. You notice though, as you're searching through that the bodies seem to be missing their heads as well. You don't see any heads; you just see some like arms and stuff stuck out. And yeah, it looks like there's enough like random pointy crap all over the place that if you were not careful passing through the room, you could hurt yourself. But you think that anybody kind of walking out and avoiding the things should be pretty safe to come through, from what you can tell.
Can I determine? Should I roll to determine how these traps were set off, or is that obvious?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. What's your traps?
30.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, you can tell for some of them. It's pretty. It's more obvious, you know, and you know how some things are set up, but you don't. You think most of it's like, you know, it's usually a tripwire or a pressure plate or something like that. And you look around, you see a few, and they're all set off. But yeah, it looks like pretty standard fare.
Okay.
Nothing, at least from what you can tell, you don't see anything that looks magical about it per se. It looks all very mechanical.
Okay.
And that's just sort of filling the whole room.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's almost like it was like one after another. So like right by the door, there's like a deadfall, and then you go a little further. There's a swinging blade, and there's like an open pit with some spikes. You know, it's literally like one after the other. But you can kind of just walk around them and get to the exits.
There's no doors, just exits.
Yeah, there's just exits. There's no doors.
So at least we know the last trap's not on the door.
Sure. Well, that way may be further into the dungeon where we need to go. But there's still one room left that we haven't explored. Tully, if you wouldn't mind, the western hallway still is unrevealed to us.
Western hallway it is then.
Oh, okay, you can go back on the western. Okay. All right, so you go back into the room and tell them what your findings are. That seems as all described. You head down this hallway. It's a little bit longer than the other one. Before you encounter anything, you go about maybe 40 or 50 feet. It starts to again kind of climb up a bit, and you come into a room that's as big as the room that you just came out of. So it's about 30 foot. In this one, there's 8 statues. They appear to be made of iron. They are some of them, 6 of them at that, are wearing what appears to possibly be the skin from the bodies that we saw in the other room. They are kind of just standing there, like lined up, and they're all armed basically. So they are. One has a 2-handed sword. One has a big club. One's got a regular sword. One's got a spiked chain. One has a spear, although it's broken in half. One's holding 2 hammers, but that one does not have any legs. It's just the top half of the body. There's one with a knife and one with just a regular hammer. So there's 8 of them total.
Any exits?
There are no other exits from the room.
Well, they're not interested in me since my skin's way too small for these guys. So I'll go back and let the party know that we know what happened to the skins of these bodies. There's statues and they're wearing it.
That ain't good at all.
How did they make statues out of skin?
No, they're iron statues, but see these dead bodies in the room? The skin off them is on the statues now.
I see. Okay, I understand. Sorry, I thought you meant that it was just the skin as a statue.
As bad as that is, it might be even worse.
How high is the ceiling over there?
It's like a 10. Normal size.
How tall was it? 10 feet, you said?
About 10 feet. It's like a normal-ish ceiling. And the iron statues are like large men. So like they're 6 foot plus tall, but they're not like giants, but they're big. They're big for men. Like high, like tall, like 6'6", 6'7", stuff like that. Except for the one with no legs, obviously small.
All right. Well, then I guess we'll continue to the south.
Well, don't push the wrong buttons around here because we don't know what set these guys off. So,
Yep.
any interactions we have, you might want to watch our backs.
Would anyone be interested in trying the levers in the shrine room before we move out of this chamber? Before we're too deep into this ruin?
Well, I am pretty good at detecting secret doors.
Oh, yes.
If you really want to try, you can.
Well, we got 2 rooms with no exits.
All right, fine. Let's go to the east, and I'll start walking towards the east.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
I walk towards the shrine room with my torch.
Okay. So you're looking for secret doors, Kristen?
When we're in the shrine room with the things, I'll go ahead and check for secret doors.
Okay.
I think I have a 2 and 6 being a demi-human.
I guess everyone can check.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah,
one
Luck is
person's
going to do
better
that
than
as
the
well.
rest.
Well, Lunk should also be able to have a 2 and 6.
Yeah, I think halflings might too. No, maybe not.
No.
I think
All demi-humans have a 2 and 6.
Okay. Yeah. You guys spent some time in there looking around. You don't see any doors. This particular cavern especially looks like it's maybe gotten with picks and shovels and stuff.
Well, I'm not seeing any doors of any kind, so I don't think I want to touch those levers. There's no telling what they'll do. As far as the little statue here, it does look valuable, but again, if you grab it, it could set off some kind of trap. So let's just grab it on the way out.
Can I determine if the statue is just sitting on the altar or if it's part of anything? Does it look like it's possibly a trap? Or would it be...
That is a good question. What is your detect traps? 30?
30, yeah.
You looking to do the Indiana Jones thing?
Yeah.
Or just grab it if I don't need to get a bag of sand.
Yeah, it doesn't, 2 things. It is definitely just sitting on top, and it does not look like it's trapped.
All right, I pick it up. I take it.
Okay, perfect. So you grab this thing. It's heavy. I mean, it's a foot-long piece of iron. So yeah, as soon as you do, you hear a cracking sound, and you guys notice that the walls now have some cracks in them, and water is starting to seep in.
I'm going to run out of the room.
Mm-hmm. It's just seeping gently out?
Yep. It's a seep.
I replace the ivory back on the shrine. See if that stops the water.
It does not.
Yeah.
Worth a try, though. No, it doesn't seem to.
Damn, what'd you do that for? And Lunk is running out of the room, too.
This ivory is worth money. Just with gold and everything we've taken so far, we've already financed our trip. No one's dead yet.
So it's not filling up with water; it's just seeping in.
Given time, hours perhaps. Without a dwarf, it's hard to know.
But we're not trapped in here, going to drown.
No, not any time immediately. And you do see the water is, it's like I said, you kind of are coming up to come into this room, so it's seeping through the walls. And you can start to see like trickles starting to run down into the room that your companion ran back into.
Ah, interesting.
Because the whole thing is, even though I'm describing it north, south, east, west, you're going down. So, the water's going down.
Ah, okay. I guess.
Yeah,
East and west passages kind of went up a little bit as we went down them.
Exactly. Yeah, so you're kind of going up and down at the same time.
All right, well, go down the next, next room.
So
Okay, let's go back to the room with the bodies, and you definitely notice too that it's not just this room now that you're in there because you're walking back with the light, right? This room with the bodies too also has cracks in the walls and water is seeping in.
No, you broke the whole dungeon.
good thing we're right by the exit then. Tell you what, why don't we flip one of these gold pieces to see which one of us is going to pull a lever back in that shrine room?
I'm already going down, like south or whatever, so I'm not hearing this conversation anymore.
You got to go into the trap room.
Yeah, I'm already headed that way.
Okay, I follow.
Lunk says, "You want me
You
to
don't.
pull
That
that
doesn't have
lever?"
gone that way because I'm invisible.
Lunk says,
Yeah,
"You want me to pull that lever?"
You know, the thing is because that's not invisible, so you're like literally this floating ivory.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I have a torch, yeah. So I have the torch and I have the ivory in my my pack, I guess.
Sure, Lunk. Somebody said pull the lever.
All right, hold on a second, man. And he goes close to the entrance where that end of the rope is. Assuming that the guardians have returned to their position, he yanks on him to try to pull the armor back into the cavern.
Yeah, you can. The armor is stuck on the guardian's leg.
Oh, still okay.
It impaled it. Yeah, so it walked back with like it's like if you get like a piece of trash stuck on your foot.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah.
It's plate mail, so it's like a.
Just
I was
cleaning
gonna-
up the trash.
I was going to use my rope to pull on that lever, but seems like it's stuck. You got any extra rope there?
Well, sure, we got ropes.
All right, stay back then. And Lunk goes up to that lever and carefully ties around it. And he tries to loop it around some sort of an obstacle so that, it's in the direction of where the lever might move. And he yanks on it to pull it, but farther away.
Okay, so just let's it's a pump. So you it's like this on the back of the wall. So you pull it, nothing happens. But it's clearly a pump. So
So it
yes,
is.
pulling it once is not going to. I mean, if it's a pump, which is what it looks like, it's in one thing. It's not going to do it. You have to actually pump it.
Well, then, doesn't seem like it's going to make the floor fall down or nothing. He's going to go up there and says, all right, stand back. He's going to grab it and starts pumping it.
Okay.
All right, I think doing that. What's past the trap room?
Okay, you're going to go through the trap room. You can go.
I've been out of there. I don't know what they're doing anymore.
Well, I know that you're out of there, but you said you went to the room. You didn't say you were going to go through.
Yeah, there's two exits.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I'm
Yeah.
gonna continue to. I'm gonna go down the trap room and.
Okay. So when you're in the trap room. Okay, hold on. If you're in the trap room, you can go basically 4 directions. You can go north, which is back where you came from, south, east, or west. And keeping in mind that south is also down.
Right.
Would you like to
All right. I guess I'll first try to go up the west side.
Okay. All right, you're pumping. Roll a d6 for me, Young. All right, so you're going to the west.
I got 4.
Oh, nice. Seven. So that's east. Actually, west is this way. Okay, so west. You walk down about 30 foot or so worth of tunnel, and it opens up into a room that you can see before you actually come into the room. You can actually see into it, and this is like I keep getting this linked to PDF, so it's really nice as you keep going. So
Hold on. I'm sorry. I can't. I can barely hear you.
okay.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're looking into this room. It's about 20-foot-ish, roundish. It's more of an oval. There's a large metal frame. It's shaped like a standing human, and it has manacles on the hand where the hands and feet might be. On the walls, you see basically carvings that show how to essentially use this frame to torture. To torture a person. I mean, you can, if you want to spend time to actually study it, but you can kind of see that's what it is. It's some kind of a torture device, and there's directions on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's also another exit out of this room because you came in from the west, like basically what would be the northwest. There's a southeast exit, so it's like you came in like this. You can also go back out like that. Otherwise, there's no other exit from this room.
All right.
You want to spend time reading and see how it works, or?
No. I just go, kinky, and I'm gonna continue along the way.
Okay. All right. So while you're doing that, you're pumping. Okay. So when you start to pump, you pump it a few times, and nothing seems to happen. All of a sudden, you hear a louder crack, and the seep becomes more of a more rapid seep. We'll call it. The water starts coming in faster.
So it made it worse.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yeah, and also there's water down where you are too. Where your carriers too. So what do you guys want to do? There's water coming. I'm assuming you're going to stop when that happens. I don't know what they gave me for granted.
Yeah, he's going to stop immediately.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's what that does.
Yep.
Well, Lunk, surely you can't make it that much worse. Would you like to try the other one? Were there two handles, or was it just one?
There's two. Yeah.
There are two.
You want me to try the other one?
Yeah.
All right, then. Stand
In
back.
for a penny, in for a pound.
Okay, he goes up to it. Does it look like a pump?
Yeah. This is also.
All right, then. Stand back. And he starts pumping it.
Nice. Very nice.
Do I roll 1d6 again?
No, stand by. So I have to have some suspense here. So you're traveling down to the what is basically the south east now. You go down about 20 or so feet. It opens up into a room, and you can hear and smell and see as you get closer that there is a pool of water in here that is floated with crocodiles, and they smell of undeath. Question is, do they know you're there because they can smell you? They don't seem to have noticed you, being invisible and relatively stealthy at this point. You're about 30 feet away from them. You're like 20 feet maybe because you just came into the room. So you got some crocodiles. Also, there's in the pool with the crocodiles. There's a large.
There's a large what? You went road buddy.
There's a pool, and the crocodiles are swimming around and splashing around. In the center, there's a large lever coming out by the middle of the pool, a rusty lever.
Large lever.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid that. I'm gonna start headed back to the trap room.
Okay.
There was no other exits, right?
Yeah, there's one to the north, but you'd have to go past.
Oh, there was?
If you go into the room, you could go past the crocodiles to the north if you'd like.
Can I is there any way to skirt the edge of the room?
Yeah, that's
yeah. Would I have to be in the pool in order to do that?
No. You can get there's like a little edge that you can follow.
Yeah, I'll skirt the edges of the room and try and get around to the north side.
Okay, so they actually detect you as you're splashing, or coming through, and they start splashing towards you. Roll a d6 for initiative, please.
Okay.
They got a 5.
I got a 5 as well.
All right, so it's simultaneous, but I'll let you go first. I mean, you get to go basically.
Okay. How far into the room did I get?
Let's say you're halfway. You're like 10 feet.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay. Let me see. Crocodiles. Have I cast sleep on crocodiles before?
They are undead, though. Right?
Oh, yeah, they're undead. You're right. Good point. Okay. Then I would know that sleep would not work at all. okay. I only have one web, and there's multiple crocodiles, so that's not going to help at all. All right, I'm just gonna run. Just gonna run through to the other side. Break on through to the other side.
Good luck.
Okay. I mean, because you're running, I'm going to give them, and you're invisible. I'll give you a benefit of 4 to your armor class. So.
Oh, a +4 to my armor class.
Yeah, I'll make it 4 better than it is. So what's yours?
Okay, it's 7. So that makes it a 3.
Okay, so your AC 3. Here we go. Crocodiles. It does 4. Okay. I rolled 2 14s. That's interesting. 14 hits AC 2. Okay, so yeah, 2 of them get you. There's only enough room. They're big. There's enough room for 2 of them. These are ghoulish crocodiles.
Oof.
How come it's not? Because I'm already on
I don't get paralyzed by ghouls because of an elf.
He says, anticipating he'll survive.
Yes. Okay. There's blah blah blah.
Sorry, the character is a he. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at the monster. The one thing that didn't. How come they have? Oh, that's so interesting. They don't have crocodile ghouls down here. I guess you're supposed to just do crocodile plus ghoul. So here's crocodile. Okay, so you must make a roll a d20 plus your strength modifier, and try to get over 14. That's a assuming you don't die.
D20 plus strength modifier.
If you got one.
Okay, that's an 8 out of 13.
Okay. You have 13 strength, so you're +1, so 9. Okay. Okay, so the first crocodile's actually latches onto you. It only does 3 points of damage, but it latches onto you.
Okay.
And the second one, roll again d20 to see if it latches onto you or not.
I rolled a 15, so that's 16
Okay,
total.
so that one doesn't latch on. Okay, that's fine. So you take the first one does 3 points, the second one does 3 points, so 6 points total. Assuming you're still alive.
3 more. Okay. Yeah, I'm still barely alive.
Okay, so obviously it latched onto you, so you're not going anywhere because it's much bigger than you are. So you can, if you want to switch your move to attack or something, you can do that because you're basically being held by a crocodile. You could if you so I'll give you that.
What? You went robot-y. You went robot-y. I couldn't hear you.
It's trying to pull you into the water, basically.
Death roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast web on it.
Oh, okay, interesting. So you'll probably be stuck in the web as well.
Well, it won't be able to drag me underwater.
That's correct. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure you understand that. Because it covers. I just want to make sure it's going to cover the walls. 10 by 10 by 10. Yeah, that should be fine. You can web yourself into it, like stick yourself to it with the web. Nice. All right, smart. Okay, so you web.
And then I become visible again.
I'll play. Cool. Done. Let's see. Initiative. Next round. I guess.
Can we hear this insane amount of thrashing about?
Because you're like 3 rooms deep, but it is pretty quiet in there. So also you guys hear some combat happening. If you want to make a move. So,
I rolled a 4.
Okay. I rolled a 1. The party gets to go first. Let me just before you do anything. So yeah, you guys hear that? If you want to run towards it, you can.
Yeah, somebody got in trouble. Sounds like.
Yeah. I will say this: if you want to try to get to her or him ASAP, you'd have to go fast through the trap room. So if you do that, you'll get there in 2 rounds. If you go slow through the trap room, it'll take you 3 rounds. If you go fast through the trap room, you're gonna possibly set off a trap, which you know from the thief having. So that's your options. So I'll just go in line. So do we want to Oop, did we lose our thief? So,
Yeah,
Tully,
that's what I was thinking.
do you want to go quickly through the trap room and get there in 2 rounds, or slowly and get there in 3 rounds?
Slowly for long.
Oh, I was going a little bit hot-footed.
Okay. All right, that's cool. This is the first round, and you'll get there next round. And Lunk will get the round after. And we'll just Daniel when he gets here. Okay, go ahead, Crystal. You can make your move. This is the first there was 2 of them on you, so I'm going to say 2 of the crocodiles are stuck in it. Plus you.
Okay. I am webbed to this crocodile, so I'm just gonna try to move in such a way that if the unwebbed crocodile tries to bite at me, maybe it'll bite the other crocodile instead.
Okay. That seems reasonable. So you're trying to move yourself around the web?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have normal strength. It's going to take 2d8 turns to break through the web. So yeah, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, if you want to spend all that you're doing to do that, that's probably fun. I'll say that you can still do that and still get your regular armor class and stuff. Otherwise, you're basically helpless. I mean, being in a web, you're basically
Can't get out of the web, but can kind of move around in it.
You can move around it and get I mean, the crocodile's still holding you, so you can kind of squish yourself down close to it. I can see that happening. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so you guys are moving. Hopefully the thief comes back, and the crocodile. It can't. Is it smart enough to know? I don't think this crocodile's ever been webbed before, so it's gonna try to roll you, and it can't. So that's all it's gonna do. It tries to roll. It's not as strong as a giant, so they're pretty strong, but they're not that strong. So it can't do it. That's all it can do this round. The other one that's trapped with you though is gonna just try to bite you. The other ones are being blocked by your move there, but there is one inside the web with you, another one that's not bitten you, so that one will get an attack. And it misses horribly. So it's snapping at you. The other ones are kind of trying to make their move around. They can't really get there. They want to give you a peg leg, like Captain Hook, but they can't do it. So that's the end of that round. Next round, you might as well just keep rolling, Crystal. Roll initiative. It got a 4.
I got a 2 this time.
Okay. I think so. The only thing, 4 rounds for a creature with gauntlets of overpower, which is 18 strength. So I'm going to say that it'll take it about 4 or 5 rounds to break out. The one that's in there. Because now that one that was trying to roll with you is just trying to break the webs. It realizes it's stuck and it's like, what? So the other one's going to try to bite at you, and it misses. So what do you want to do?
This one that I'm close to, could I reach down and pull out my silver dagger and stab it?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to pull out my silver dagger and attempt to stab it.
Go for it.
I rolled a 13, 14. Oh, fuck. I didn't write down to hit.
Okay.
I got a total of 14.
Okay.
I don't know what my to hit is, though.
All right. Its AC is 3, and you're an elf of 4th level. So that hits AC 3 exactly. Wow, that's pretty much exactly. You said 14, right? That's what it needs.
Yeah. Yes. And this is a silver dagger if it gets any extra effects or anything. And that'll be 1d4 damage. Plus my strength modifier. So total of 2 damage of silver damage.
Nice. Okay. You heard it all right. And the end of the round, basically, as the round's wrapping up, Tolly comes into the room. So you basically see a giant web holding 2 crocodiles and your friend. And then you see 4 other crocodiles that are sloshing around in the room.
Are they obviously undead crocodiles, or are they just crocodiles?
They're very obviously undead.
All right, then. Can I do anything this round, or is that
Yeah, you can.
chuck in the holy water?
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Because I don't want to get in the web if I don't have to.
Yeah, you can probably hit the 2 in the web both. with the splash, like do full damage to one and half to the other. If you attack any of the ones in the water, you're only going to be able to get one of them.
No, I want to get the ones in the web.
Okay, so go ahead and I guess make an attack. Well, they're in the web. You can definitely hit them. It's not going to be hard to hit it, so you can just do damage.
What's the damage on holy water?
D8.
7.
Nice. All right, so one will take 7. Nice. And the other one will take 6. Okay, good. All right, perfect. One is actually it's the one that is trying to get out now is frantically trying to get out because it really seems like it's like all the water ripped through its flesh. So yeah, we're coming to the next round, which the end of this round, no matter who wins initiative, Lunk will get him. So let's roll initiative, Crystal. 3.
Okay. Six.
Nice. Look first.
This crocodile, that I'm hiding behind. I'm going to attempt to stick Silverly.
Looks like our thief is back.
Perfect.
I hit armor class 2.
Oh, good. You're still alive, Crystal.
That hits.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hit armor class 2 for max damage of 4 silver damage.
Nice. That actually kills it.
Nice.
That one's dead. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Is that the one that had a hold of you?
Yes.
Nice.
Well done. Let me just do this. I'm just marking down all their hit points so it's easier for me to go to it. Okay, perfect. Cool. Tali?
Flame on that spear.
Oh, nice. Okay. If you hit the web, it will light up, though, and burn, just so you know. Which you may want, but it's going to affect your party member.
Well, there's other crocs, right?
Yeah, you get the ones in the water. Exactly.
Yeah, I'll go for one of the crocs. It's not in the web.
Perfect. Go for it.
It's a spear. I can probably reach him without tumbling into the web inadvertently.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So that's at +4 since they're undead. 16 +4.
That should hit. That should think. Oh, is that the damage?
No.
Oh, I was going to say. Wow.
Damage is 4 plus the 1 for the spear, 5.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the big bonus is just to hit him.
Right. All right. It hurts it, but doesn't kill it. So, Lunk, you're in. There's 4 undead crocodiles that are kind of flapping around in the water and coming at you guys, and there's one that's stuck in the web with
Lunk says, "What the hell? There ain't no way that mother biting croc is gonna get my fella elf." And then he pulls out his staff of striking and swings at the nearest croc that he sees in the water.
Nice.
And it's 2d6 for damage, right?
Yes, 2d6.
Okay. I roll 15 for attack, and so that hits AC 1.
That hits.
And for damage, I got 6 and 5, so 9 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Very good. Doesn't quite kill it, but that definitely hurts one of them. And that uses one of your charges.
I got 23 charges, right? 23, so it's 22 now.
22. Our thief.
Okay, so I presume I'm in the room with them.
Yeah.
Should I roll initiative?
No. It's group initiative, so it's your turn.
Okay. Can I position myself? Is there a croc that's that I could sneak up behind and backstab or attack from the back? Or are we on the edge of the pool and that's not really capable?
Like intelligently fighting.
There's one in the web, but you might get stuck in it trying that.
Yeah, maybe the one on the web would be the. Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, I'm going to see. These are undead crocodiles. I'm going to take a shot with my bow, and I have some silver arrows. Would that do extra damage or better damage to undead creatures?
Not necessarily. There are creatures that are only affected by silver.
Okay. All right. I'll make a range attack with just a regular arrow then.
Okay.
Let's see. So, D20. Ooh, okay. Not looking good. Where's my sheet? I rolled a 10. I have +2 from my +2 from my dex. So that hits AC 5.
Okay, that does not hit.
Not hit, okay.
It
Sails an arrow.
Yeah.
Across the room. And now I'm visible.
Yeah, as was everybody. I think everybody's.
All right, on the last one. Poof, here I am.
Yeah, you glance. It glances off of it, but doesn't like sink into its deep flesh.
Okay.
It's got scales and such. Okay, so it's the crocodile's turns. The one that's in the web is still going to try to clamp at the elf in the web because that's the only thing it can really move towards. Misses. The other ones, let's see. You brandish fire. What's undead? Let me see. I'm going to do a morale check. Oh, actually, I think they might have a 12 morale. There. No, 9. Okay, there we go. Okay, no, they're still going to fight on even with the fire being brandished. So let's see. There's 4 of them, so I'm going to put one on each of you 3, and then the extra one. We'll see where it goes. So first one against Thief. 8 on the die. That's not going to hit much. Let me just check. That hits AC 8, so that doesn't hit you, right? AC is better than 8. 19 on the die, though, is going to hit Holly, I'm sure, because that's
under that shield.
Jeremy,
Daniel.
What does it say?
It's under that shield.
Oh, you got a shield? Okay. So, all right, so it's under the shield. Okay, so doesn't hit. And last one, or the last one is definitely going to attack a certain person. Rolls an 11 against Lunk. 11 hits an AC of 5. What's your AC now? Because you're not wearing the plate. Oh, hold on.
6.
6.
It hits.
So it hits, yeah. Okay, the crocodiles do 2d6 damage. Okay. Ooh, 8 points of damage. Ooh, that's bad. In addition to that, you need to make a roll a d20 plus any strength bonus you have and try to get more than a 14, or else it's going to
he fails. 8 plus 1.
Okay, so it's
9.
holding you. It's going to try to roll next round if it's still alive. Okay. Which means this one's up on the shore, obviously, because it's got to be grabbing onto you. And the final one, I will roll randomly to see who goes after. 2, so it's going to go after. It's not that smart. It's going to try to go after our elf that's in the web, and it's going to get caught in the web too. So it's stuck in the web now, but it's going after you, and it misses. Boy, the web's really messing it up. So okay, end of that round, you've got 1 down, 3 are injured, 2 are not, and one of which is latched onto Lunk. So I'm just going to stay with you rolling Crystal. So roll initiative again. 6 for them.
3.
Okay, so it's going to go first. So I'll do the one that might really suck first, which is a 50% chance. It's going to make a death roll. 30. Yeah, okay. So you're about to get rolled, Lunk. Let me just look at the mechanic for this. For the next round, 50% chance. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, so it's going to do. It tears off one of your limbs.
Lunk, no.
Roll a d4. We're going to go left arm, right leg, right leg, right?
What, head's not an option?
No. So right arm.
Ugh.
Your right arm is torn off, and you are going to suffer, strangely enough, only 3 points of damage. But hey,
Well, it was barely attached from the bite.
Yeah, right. It must have already been like a bug that done damage. So.
He suffered 8 points of damage earlier, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, and this time it's 3 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes!
That's what it was. That eight is what kind of severed it, and then this just ripped it off.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the alligator is, or Carhell, I should say, is eating your arm.
Yeah, Lunk is screaming and he's like going nuts.
Yeah.
Is that the one that he struck?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, he's not attached to you anymore.
Not actually. It's different.
Yeah.
Oh, Can you use the staff with one? I guess I can. I don't think a staff's a two-handed weapon. All right. Sorry. So there's two that are in the web against Crystal's character, so I'll roll those two. 15.
My armor class is 7 now.
Yes, you get bit by one.
Apparently, Lunk got magic items and I didn't, so.
That's correct, because everybody who was on time got a magic item.
Ah, cool.
6 points of damage.
All right, that's enough to bring me down to 0.
0 exactly?
Yep.
Okay, so we're using the one shot, you're not dead chart, which is always a fun one.
Okay.
So let's see. So because you're exactly, so you don't take that damage with this chart. It's that way. So just keep
Right.
your points.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, because you're exactly at 0, you just roll a d6.
5.
5. Okay, you're just stunned. Lose next turn, so you won't be able to act this round. That's not too bad.
Okay.
Could have been dead.
Could have been worse.
And there's 2 left, one on the thief. Holly, 14. 14. I think that's going to hit you, Tolly. You're in leather now, right? But do you have dex? What's your AC?
Not enough dex to make a difference.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to do it. Okay. So you're going to take a d8. 4 points. That guy.
Man, I knew I should have turned back.
Yeah, and in this one, and again, you do the same thing. Strength, a d20 plus your strength bonus, trying to get over 14. 14 or over, so you don't get grabbed.
14. I got 2 on the strength bonus.
Oh, perfect. So you're not grabbed then. You just take the damage.
Nope.
Awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very good. You don't want to lose anything. And that's it. So it's your guys' turn. So I'm just going to left to right to me to make it easy. So thief.
Take the ones in the web. I got the other.
Okay, the ones in the web. Is there an injured one that would be better to target?
Yeah, one of them is injured and one is not.
Yeah, one of them got burned up by some holy water.
One of them in the web is injured.
That's correct.
Okay, copy that. I will shoot at that one with my bow.
Okay.
Okay, I've got, let's see here.
I'll give you the, you can get the backstab for this one because it's stuck.
Okay, so that means I have a bonus to hit, right? I have +4 to attack.
Double damage.
Okay, 6. So that's +2 bonus, or sorry, plus 6.
Nice.
+6, d20. 14 plus 6 is 20.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Okay. And the damage for that is
D6 double.
6 doubled.
Yeah.
You want 2d6 or do you want to just do 2 times the...
Yeah, you can do it. It's up to you, but just as long as they're consistent.
Okay, I'll double the dice. 2d6 gets me 7.
Nice. Okay.
And do I get a dex? Nope.
Nope, no dex damage.
Okay. 7 damage. 7 damage.
Quite kill it, but it definitely is hurt.
Okay, cool. Thunk. Arrow sticks right in it.
Winrith, Crystal.
Am I stunned?
You're stunned, sorry, yeah. Tolly.
Last holy water into the web.
Okay. D8.
D8.
Yeah, D8, and then I'll have the other ones in there.
4 points.
Okay, 4. Okay, that one, actually, that kills the one that just got the arrow in it.
Nice.
And the other one is also injured now. Because there's 2 that are in the web now, remember? Okay, leaving you with just 4.
One was dumb enough to go into it himself.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, he was, and then finally our one-armed elf.
How many crocodiles are there?
There are 4 left, one of which is in the web.
Lunk is gonna scramble back, and he's gonna cast a mirror image to himself.
Okay, nice.
So I get to roll 1d4, right?
Yep, 1d4 to see how many images.
And he gets 1 mirror image.
All right, well, that'll save you from getting hit once, that's for sure.
Okay, that's good.
Nice. Better than nothing. Okay, next round, Crystal Initiative. 1 for the crocodiles, so unless you roll a 1.
I have confidence.
Set.
Nice. Okay, I'm just going to go left to right. It's just easier for me. Daniel, or Thief, what would you like to do? You got 1 crocodile that is stuck in the web. If you want to do the backstab, you can do that again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do that. Unless Crystal is stunned, is Winrith, I guess, is Winrith held or like threatened by with imminent biting?
I mean, yes, but there's not much you can do because if you go close, you're going to be stuck in the web.
Okay, but I guess I can't like kill off that crocodile in time to save.
You can shoot at it and try. I can tell you that if you roll high enough on the dice, you might kill it. Yes.
Ooh, okay. Do I go? Okay. Well, I think the sneak attack bonus is too big. I'm gonna go for the webbed crocodile. I don't know what my chance to hit it otherwise is. So that's +6. D20. Ooh, only a 10. Does that hit it?
Oh, 10 total?
10 total.
Its AC is 3. I doubt it.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay, yeah. So you shoot your arrow into the web. It sticks in the strand.
Rolled a 4. Okay.
Yeah, well, it happens. Okay, Winrith.
All right. Winrith is going to. I want to roll this crocodile that I've been trying to kind of hide behind. I'm going to kind of like roll it over, and I'm going to cut its belly open with my dagger, and I'm going to see if I can get throw guts at the alligator or crocodile is trying to bite at me, and see if distracted by these other crocodile guts.
It's a really good idea, although they are undead and okay. I mean, you do that. It would be more effective if they were living crocodiles, but I'll have it do something because that's a cool idea.
I was gonna do it last
the guts
time, but I was stunned. So
no, it's awesome. I think it's a great idea, but their guts are all gross and not yummy like you are.
Elves.
Fair enough.
Elves are just too delicious.
To be fair, my character may not know that. I mean, my character's
I love it. That's a really good idea, though. Tully.
I'm going to take on one of the crocs that's not in the web.
Okay.
Spirit. A total of 14.
It's my little chart here. Sorry. One too many things open now, so I can't find it. I don't think that hits. So their AC is 3. Let me see.
That should hit then.
14. Oh, right, because you're used fighter charts. Yeah. All right, so yeah, halfling 14 hits 3 exactly. Yep, that's what you needed. I'll make a note of that. 14 is what you guys need. Perfect. Give me some damage.
1, 2, 3, 6 points.
Nice. All right, so that particular crocodile, which is the one you hit before with the spear, so I figure you're hitting the same one, is on its last legs. It's still up, but it's on its last legs. And the double lunk, what would you like to do?
Lunk lunges at the crocodile that's stuck on the web to save his fellow elf and says, "Ain't no elf meat for you tonight." And he attacks and gets 14. So
that hits.
Yep.
You're on the same chart, so give me 2d6 damage.
3 points of damage.
Oh, that looks like it wasn't enough.
Actually not. Staff is striking. 3 points. Well, it happens. That's the thing, right? All right, so now it's their turn. Okay, so let's see. One on the web. All right, so since Lunk's attacking the one on the web, and
Actually, he gets to add his strength bonus to the damage also.
sure,
Then that's 4.
okay, still it still isn't.
So
That one's gonna turn on you though. Because if you're close enough to melee it, then it's going to turn on you. Distracted by the gross guts that are being thrown out of the other body, but you look tempting, so it's going after you.
Pissed it off.
So with a 5, it misses. The one that Tully's fighting is going to go after Tully. The 2, that misses. And let's see, there's 2 more. Let's see, I'm going to add the guts as a target. Oh, one goes after the guts, so whatever, I'm going to roll 2 for that. And the last one goes after Lunk. A 4 Lunk.
Oh,
You lose your other arm. 12.
stay away, brother.
You have all that blood dripping out of your arm. You look so delicious. Your AC is 6, right? So it hits you. So you got to do that thing with your D20 plus your strength bonus. And you're trying
Mirror image, so that
Oh,
disappears.
it doesn't hit you at all. Very good. Bam. Your mirror image is gone. Ooh, smart. Thank you. I forgot that was up. Okay, cool. That's the end of that round. One more round. Crystal initiative. It's getting close. 3 for the Crocs.
1.
Oh,
So it bites at the mirror image. It being depressed, it then turns and attacks you.
Ah!
With a 10. 10, it's AC 6 exactly. Okay. Whoosh. All right. But 1 point of damage. When I rolled it the other time, it was much more damage, so that actually is good.
Okay.
You need to make that strength check.
Okay. Come on. 17 plus 1. Woo.
Nice. Okay, so you don't get grabbed, even though you only have 1 arm. All right. Let's see. This one here is going to... The one on Tali is going to go after him. Misses with a 7. Let me just make sure I don't think the 7 hits you. No, 7 hits 7 plus 9. The one over here is still going after the guts, and there's one more going after the thief.
Okay.
Okay, so thief gets 8 points of damage.
My AC is 5. It hit me.
Well, I roll a 19, so
Oh, okay. Yep.
yeah, that hits negative 3.
Okay. Sorry, you went. I didn't hear you very
Oh, yeah,
clearly.
no, sorry, yeah, 19 is like almost always hits.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take 8 points.
8. Okay. So I'm at 9 then.
Oh, okay, not bad. So then you need to roll a d20 plus any strength bonus, and you're trying to get over 14. Or 14.
Okay. I do have a bonus of +1. D20. Ooh. I rolled a 1, so I got a 2.
Yeah, it has you. Okay.
Okay,
So
that's bad.
it's bad. If basically what ends up happening is if you win initiative next round, then you'll get another chance, but otherwise it's going to possibly tear your arm off.
Okay.
Like rather than trying to get away from it being grappled, you just push yourself further into its mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But on that note, it's your turn. So you could also try to kill it before it gets you.
Okay, so I can't try to escape. My best move is to just try and hit it.
Oh yeah, you can try to escape. You can use your whole turn to do that if you want. Just make another d20 roll. You just want to try to pull away from it.
It would be the same thing, D20 plus strength. How injured is this one? Has it been taking some shots? Not at all. Okay, I'm going to try and get away then. I have +1. Surely I will roll better this time. Oh, okay, I rolled a total of 5. I'm guessing that doesn't do it.
Okay, so it still has you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Winrith.
Oh, okay. How far away is the crocodile that Lunk is is currently on top of?
It was the one that's in the web, so it's right next to you, basically.
Oh, okay, cool. I will stab it with my dagger.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nice.
And 3 points of silver damage.
Cool.
I don't know if silver does anything, but I'll just still say it's silver damage.
Wow. Yeah, beautiful. It stabs into it. It's not quite dead, but it is definitely hurt. Tolly.
I'll try and finish off the one I've been fighting.
Okay.
15 will hit.
Thanks.
Thank goodness for that spear. 2, 3, 4 minimum damage.
4 is exactly enough to kill it. So you run the spear into it and finish off another one. Very good. Monk. You're in combat with a
This may very well be the very last round you've seen. Look. With his one bleeding arm, he's gonna swing his staff of striking at the crocodile that he's been fighting. It says, "All right, I'm gonna take you down." And he rolls 9 plus 10, AC 7, so he misses.
Yeah.
He's down at 1 hit point right now.
Oh god. Okay, so there is that's the end of that round. So next round, initiative, Crystal. 6.
Okay. 5.
All right, it's gonna go first. So let's just do the terrible one first. Let's see if let's see if there's a 50% chance that it rips your arm off, or if some part. Let's do that one first. Oh, 81. It does not. You do not get your arm ripped off. It tries to roll, and you just are able to resist it, I guess.
Just roll with that punch.
Yeah, rolling with it.
Yeah, you're rolling with it, so it doesn't rip you. You were like, you know what? I'm not going to let it take my arm. I'm going to roll with it. So yeah, you somehow are able to not take any damage from the crocodile as it tries to rip off your arm. The other
He's
one,
obviously double jointed.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so the one on Lunk / Blue is going to go after Lunk and misses, and then the final one. Oh, the final one's holding. No, that's the one that we just did. So the final one is just out there randomly fighting. So I'll roll, see what goes on. Oh, it's eating that stuff. Let's see if it's still eating it. It still is. Okay. So even though they won initiative, they didn't really get much accomplished except for getting the thief wet. So, thief, what would you like to do? You're being held still in the water.
I think, yeah, I'm just going to attack it with my Warhammer.
Nice.
Which that'll be strength, which is +1. It's a +2 Warhammer.
Nice.
+3, and let's roll this baby up. Ooh, 18. Yep, 21. That'll get it.
Give me some damage.
Nice.
So, what's the damage on a Warhammer? It's not on my sheet.
D6.
D6. Okay, and that's plus strength as well.
Plus strength, and then the plus for the magic weapon.
Okay. So, well, I only rolled a 2, but that still gets me 5 damage.
That's good. 5 damage is decent.
Cool. Get off me, you damn dirty croc. May I Lunk, if you have your healing potion, right? It might be a good idea to drink that.
Yep.
That would be my move.
Well, I missed it. What'd you say?
I was just suggesting Lunk drink his healing potion on this turn.
Oh, right. He's bleeding out. Yeah, your 3 rounds into bleeding out. So, Windrith.
Winrith will attempt to stab the Lunkadile. I rolled an 18, so it's 19 total. Ooh, for max damage, 5 damage.
That's enough. Dead.
Sick.
All right, the battle is...
Woohoo!
Stab it right in the head.
The tide is turning. Tolly.
So what do we got left?
We got 2 left. One of which was eating the probably finishing by now, the guts of the one that was thrown out into the pool. One is holding your friend in the water, but hasn't.
Save me.
We'll try to save him then. Probably not. 11. Nope.
You need 14 total, right? So, all right, so that misses. Whoosh, sizzle into the water. How about Lunk?
I pre-rolled, so I got 15. That
Nice.
hits AC 1 and does 8 points of damage.
Sweet.
Again, so that'll be against the crocodile that's alive and holding his friend right now. So he's going to attack that.
Nice. It's barely up.
Oof.
Oh, man. Why didn't I take that advice?
No, it's fine. Yeah, they passed them morale checks enough time that they're not going to stop. So that's everybody on your side. Now they're going to go. So there's just the one that might tear your arm off.
That's it. Just
tries again. 80 something again. Wow. That would have been, or 60 something rather. So nope, doesn't do it.
Whew.
The one that's eating the stuff. Okay, has finished and is going to target somebody else. So there's 4 of you. I'm just going to roll randomly. 94. There we go. Lunk.
No.
It turns from eating the rotted guts that are floating in the pool and looks at some fresh elf meat and moves its way towards your bloody arm with an 18 on the die. And it does 2 points of damage only. That's not bad.
That puts him into -1.
Okay, so you're going to stay. You're not going to take that damage, so stay where you were at 1. And then because you're below 0, you're going to roll 2d6 for the chart.
Is this the first roll on the chart?
Here we go.
Oh, damn.
9.
9. Arm injury. You're going to lose, where is it?
Which arm? It might be the arm that's missing, huh?
Apparently it has to be the arm that you have, obviously. If it was a random, I would, because you can't have it be nothing. So you lose 3 points of your strength. Drop your strength by 3 points.
Oh.
He's going to have to change his name to Stump.
Yeah.
Okay, so you lose the strength, so keep track of all it's going to be any kind of. Oh my God. And yeah, that's it. Next round, possibly last. Initiative, Crystal. 2.
We'll do it, Crystal.
Also 2.
Right,
okay, that's good. Good enough.
Simultaneously.
Thief.
Since it's me and Tully focusing on this one, I think I'm just going to attack it with my Warhammer. Plus 3. 12 plus 3, 15.
Got it. Hold on. Does Thief still need the same hit?
Let's see.
Yeah,
that hits a 2. That hits a 2 for me.
Does. Done. Give me some
Good.
damage.
Okay. 1d6. D6 plus 3. 7 total.
Smash in its head. It's dead.
Oh, sick. All right.
So it's just the one on the web left?
The one that was eating
The
the
one that's
guts
eating
thing.
Lunk.
Oh, actually, it got Lunk. So I forgot to do that. But, you may kill it anyways. But we should just do it. You have to roll the d20. And not get over 14.
He failed.
Okay. All right, so it's holding on to Lunk right currently, but go ahead.
I guess I'm going to make it let go.
Let's get him.
Or not.
Okay.
10.
All right, so no. And Lunk. There's one holding on to you.
He's going to try to kick it.
Yeah, you don't have any.
Let go!
You can kick it. It's a D2 damage for unarmed attack.
4, so he misses.
You miss with the leg. All right, well, there's a 50% chance that it's going to tear a off a limb when it tries to roll right now.
Oh, my God.
It's weird. 18. Okay, which limb does it tear off? I guess it makes the most sense that it tears off your other arm, but I think we should roll randomly just to see. Because, random. So you only have 3 limbs to tear off, right? You got left arm.
But a flesh wound.
Yeah. So you got left arm, left leg, right leg, and I'll just roll a d6. And,
Wait. So he does have his arm? I thought I lost. I thought I lost one of his. I mean, both of his arms.
No.
You just
it's
lost some strength.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah. He would have attacked with his
Yeah, it was
staff of striking, but still, my attack roll was low, so he won't be able to do that.
Because it was an arm injury, I just assumed he was holding onto your arm. But I think it's more fun if you lose a leg or something. So I'm going to just roll it right now. All right, here we go. And I rolled a 1, so it's an arm anyway. So even though I tried, so yes, it rips off your other arm.
Oh God!
So you take. This is going to be a problem. You take 6 points of damage, which means you don't take the damage. You can roll on the chart again. So roll 2d6 on the chart and add 1 because this is your second time rolling on the chart.
There you go. Oh my God! Maximum 12 and 13.
Fatal wound.
Oh.
Well, I guess we know what it is. So your second arm gets turned off, tore off. Right? No way to stop it at this point. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, yes, you're basically going to live for another couple hours. But yeah, you're not coming out of this dungeon, or not living much long after you come out of this dungeon. But it's still alive. No, yeah, it's still alive though. Anyway, so another round of combat.
He's at 1 HP still,
and you still have 1 HP. Yeah, but yeah, you're like fatally wounded basically. So like you know that there's no way you're going to survive. Like you've got a premonition of your death. So you can keep that in mind. Hopefully last round, Crystal Initiative. 3.
Wait, I didn't get to go last time.
You didn't? Did I skip you? Go.
Okay. Seeing as how Lump is now hopeless, I'm just going to start trying to cut my way out of this web.
Okay. All right. So roll initiative for the next round.
Okay. I don't know where much. Oh, I'll get another one. 3.
All right. Also 3. So, thief. There's one crocodile left. The one that was eating the guts and then now came after somebody else. Oh, the one that just rolled with lung. Actually, it has lung.
Okay.
It doesn't have him anymore because it's eating his arm.
I guess I will. Lunk is lost cause.
Yeah, there's only one left. One crocodile.
I'll go after it with the warhammer again, even though I probably shouldn't get close to it. Okay, that's 12 plus 3 is 15. I think that's a hit, right?
It is, yep.
Yeah, okay, cool. Whew. D6. That's another 7. Another 7 damage on that croc.
What it had.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Wade into the water and smash it as it's eating Lunk's arm.
No, Lunk. I'm sorry I wasn't quick enough to save you.
Yeah,
I'm still alive.
I guess the healing potion's a moot point at this juncture, huh?
Is the crocodile still alive?
Nope. It was eating your arm and got its head smashed in with the warhammer.
Nice.
Yeah, you do notice as you're standing there, probably like getting up from the pool of water, and you're walking in there with the warhammer, that there's a lot of stuff in the bottom of this pool. There's also a giant lever in the middle. If we didn't notice that, if I didn't.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, like treasure.
Like treasure. Okay.
So we got to dredge the bottom of this thing.
Yep.
So there's a. Yeah, there's.
Are they all dead?
Yep. Well, they're all undead. Undead dead.
They're all
Destroyed.
dead again.
Okay.
Destroyed.
Yeah,
They're all re-dead.
It's mostly jewelry and stuff that you can dredge out. You some rings and stuff like that. But do you think there's several hundred gold pieces worth of?
All right. I mean, yeah, I'll get my sack and put as much in there as I can. My 2 sacks.
Yeah, I think given Lunk's brave sacrifice, it would be a damn shame if we died in this dungeon. So let's loot and get the hell out of here.
I'm still alive.
Can we?
It's like I can almost hear his voice.
Yeah. It's like he's still with us. Can we? Like if I give Lunk my healing potion, can we just sort of say that he makes it back to town, but he's armless and can never. He earns his money playing the bongos on the street with his feet or something.
boy. Yeah, that's fine. If he wants to be a bongo striker. Yeah, so you guys are just going to loot this and go? Fair enough.
I think we have 3 PCs and 5 arms between us, I think.
I ain't gonna make it, guys. You take that potion, you take my share and give it to those 2 children, and tell them that and he falls into the water and dies.
Well, you didn't. Yeah, we're not going to give his share to the children. We're not.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Also, he's not going to be needing this anymore. I'm going to take this tab of striking.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I'll take his backpack if he had anything valuable, had any gold left. I mean, he was just throwing gold around the village.
Yeah, you find about 14 gold pieces in him, and in his pouch. Oh. You also find the healing potion, 1d6 plus 1.
Nice.
And if on your way out, you're gonna find that he's got a plate mail. So that's that.
I'll let the tree have that one.
I'll say this.
The tree can definitely have that.
I'm
gonna drink that healing potion actually. If not, I mean, unless anyone else really, really needs it, because I could use a healing.
No, go for it. I took damage, but I'm okay.
In case the trees try to whack us on the way out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recovered 4 hit points.
Yeah, so you're looking at gems. So you get just some jewelry and gems, which we'll figure out the value of later. But there's a bunch in there. Except for the stickman at the top.
I'm going
that's going to happen.
I'm going to grab the swords on the way out as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you would get to the top. So what we'll do is just gonna work on up to the end of the time anyway. So just to do make it all very dramatic, you can run for it. If you're stopping for his armor, that's not a good idea. So I'm assuming you're not going to do that. So what we'll do is we'll do this. You'll do a save. Everybody can do a saving throw. You can use your best save, and if you make your saving throw, you won't take any damage. And if you fail it, then you'll take 1 hit from the guys as you run past it. That seems fair enough.
Save versus what?
Whatever the best one.
Whatever the best.
Choose your adventure.
Yeah.
Nat 20. Woo!
Nice.
What
Okay.
Nope. I failed that.
Oh no. Okay.
All right, I'm going to save versus stone or paralysis.
That's actually what I want to.
Who failed?
Oof, I got a 9.
Collie failed.
Oh no.
I failed as well. Wait. That is, yeah, I failed.
All right, so we're about to run out. You 2 are in front of me, and I just push you both down and run past since I got a nat 20.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's not very nice. All right, so Tali, you will take 8 points, and our thief will take 2 points.
Ooh, okay. I think I'm at 7 points of hit, 7 HP left.
Cool. That didn't drop. Tali, he has plenty of points, so that shouldn't be. All right. So yeah, you can get back to the town. You didn't quite recover the artifacts. That's been a consistent theme of this. But you get a bunch of golden stuff, and thanks, guys. It was fun. I will actually, in the event, I'll put the golden stuff, because if you want to use these characters again in any of these adventures, you can have the stuff that you got.
Yeah.
By the way, that ivory statue, even though the ivory statue is basically flooding the place out, and if you ever went back to those artifacts, it's going to be a whole different kind of adventure. It's worth a ton. It's like 6,000 gold pieces. So
okay, yep, yeah, I definitely put that in my pack, and I definitely had it.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of experience points with that. So,
baby.
Yeah, so I will actually, in the event in the next day or so,
Was that the total gold, or was that shares?
Well, no, yeah, that's like the XP, right? If you want to sell it, you can split it. The gems and jewelry, I have to roll for it to see what it's going to be, but it's going to be a few thousand more. So I'm guessing everybody's probably going to get somewhere around 3,000-ish experience points is what I'm guessing.
For coins, real quick, I'll just go ahead and divide these up. It was 59 gold pieces that we got total. 45 that we found on the bodies, and then 14 Lunk had.
Lunk.
That
Yeah.
divided by 3. That's a 19.6. So I'll just say I'll give both of you guys 19 and keep whatever's left over.
Well, don't factor in the treasure stuff because I'm going to put that in the event. You can split Lunk stuff because you don't get experience points for that.
Okay, we each get
Because otherwise, it's confusing to me because I don't know.
4.5 gold from Lunk for walking around money until we get our HP or
Exactly.
XP left.
Yeah, and then you can do the rest of it. Yeah, and I'll put it in the event because if you want to use these characters, there's still
Okay.
one other artifact out there. I mean, the
We also, just to let you know, Daniel, those 2 swords, I don't know if either of them were magical, and we got those 6 silver holy pieces as well.
yeah, you took everything out of every room that you went into. That I'll go through. That's what I do. I go through the module after I make sure I didn't miss anything. Especially when you just say I take everything, like I just kind of note it down. So I'll make sure that you get everything that you would have taken.
So,
but yeah,
do we need to go at this one again, or did we just fail?
I mean, if you want to, you're gonna have to go underwater.
Oh, I guess we failed it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
We've gone underwater before.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
you guys think you want to do that, maybe we can chat at the event. If you guys want to do, you were literally pretty close to the end of it, but it is underwater, so that's kind of fun. If you want to do an underwater adventure and come back to this one, or we could do the last artifact and then come back at the end.
Yeah, we might should do that.
Yeah. The last one is a vorpal sword, so
Snicker snack.
Spoiler alert.
snack with the vorpal sword. So that's the last artifact. So that'll be
I think for our
hopefully not the PCs.
I think for my next game, I'm gonna make a cleric and make him a holy diver if he comes back.
Yeah, we did do one underwater one, and it was
Holy diver.
So we know where to get water breathing potions.
That's right. Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Dolly does anyway.
Well, Polly does.
Well, yeah, exactly. So you guys can come back to it after that. Actually makes sense. You could do the other adventure and then come back. So I'll post it and I'll invite all you guys again. Thanks for playing. It was really fun.
Yep.
I'll start the broadcast.
I'm glad I finally got to jump back in.